Welcome. We are on another episode of the Great Pendragon campaign in the magical kingdom and county of Summerland. But today, we're leaving Summerland and we're going somewhere else. The Forest of Sauvage. Or Savage. Might just say that.
Sauvage. Sauvage Press.
Let's do some quick intros here. Start with Rebecca, aka Olwyn, tonight.
Hi, I'm Rebecca, aka Owen, Lady Owen, and I'm fresh off of a bunch of rebuilding in Summerland. Ready to go on a trip.
Truth. All right. Emily, who's playing Beatrice tonight?
Hi, I'm Emily. I play Beatrice, the sometimes competent spellcaster. Last time we were competent, but not in the best ways.
I mean, you succeeded.
I succeeded. But there might be repercussions of my actions that I'm not real excited about. Yeah, so hoping tonight I'm successful in a nice way. And not I'm fearing for the consequences.
There won't be consequences. Especially not in the Forest Savage. Should be fine.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Right.
That's nice.
We shall go next to Megan, who is not playing her primary character tonight. Tonight she'll be playing her secondary, Lady Merwin.
Megan, I'm playing Lady Merwin. I think it is a great idea that we have brought two ladies and a teenager into the Forest Savage, which is a great name for a safe place to bring non-combatants.
Yeah.
But I think Merwin's gonna have a great time as long as we don't get attacked.
Just as long as that doesn't happen. Otherwise, you're fine. Don't want a repeat of the Giants and Irish fight on the way to Axe. That would be...
Yeah.
Oh my god, that fight was terrible.
I think it would be a little bit funny if I brought in my secondary character for her second episode and then I lost her instantly.
Died. That's fair. All right. So maybe let's start with a little bit of an intro about what's going on. We'll just do like a quick recap here. Let me just cut it over this way. All right. So we're looking at the maps, but you guys are not. So let me fix that. There we go. Logris is full of all sorts of forests. In the center, even though this map reflects like a giant forest all connected as one, I'd say the current state isn't quite like that, and it's certainly not the Logris most would remember. There's quite a bit of gaps between these various forests that all have a name. Since Uther's injury and maiming, basically, the forests, all the forests and all the wilderlands of Logris have kind of started to become overgrown this season. No one's really been able to source a solution or what it means, but it seems to be, at least in part, connected to why you're able to, say, peer into Fairy, into the Unseelie realm, the Barrow Val, or perhaps might even be linked to why the Mudlands have come about. So, with that in mind, a group from Summerland, which is our home, or somewhere here-ish, is venturing north, heading to find the hidden forest of Sauvage, in hope of finding the Lady of the Land. Sound about right?
I have a question.
Yes.
How much forewarning she was going to trip?
Your mic,
To do.
Oh, there you go. Your mic's kind of like dropping out. I'm not
Am I
sure.
better?
No, it's kind of it sounds weird. Is it
Well,
maybe
what?
picking up the wrong device or something?
No, it's just, I'm gonna disconnect and come back then.
Okay, sounds good.
Usually fixes things. Basically, if Merwin had like extra time, she would have read up on whatever she could. So would I be able to make a folklore or Latin roll, perhaps, to
Mm-hmm.
just for her to prepare?
I'm trying to think. So, yeah, you're good at research in general with Merwin.
Yes. There's no stat for research, but
Why don't you give me
I've
one
got
of
one stat against
one of
spells.
both? Give me both.
One of
rolls.
both?
Yeah.
I love rolling
Okay.
multiple
I'm just gonna. I
things.
hear my cat freaking out, so I'm gonna go get my cat real quick. I think it.
Oh no,
I think he needs to be fed. So I think he's outside. It's that.
He needs
It's
to
that.
feed.
He needs to feed.
Almost. He's almost.
Speaking
One
of
sec.
couch, mine was being a mess. Percy, do not ignore me. He's flat ignoring me right now. He's literally, you know, when you can
Brat
see their ears move, like they're listening.
Oh yeah.
Come here.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to be told when Bob comes back because I can't see any of you guys now.
Here's the cat
I
for the
will
stream,
tell
everyone.
you. Hi, Percy.
He's not happy to be here.
Oh, Percy!
But we're so happy to see
He's been
him.
an absolute
love
nightmare
him.
of an animal.
But he's a delight, and he looks so soft.
He's not happy right now because I'm making him snuggle me.
Right. I'm back.
Bob back, Bob back, Bob back.
I have
He's
returned. Okay. Cat wanted outside, not inside. So he's already.
Ah.
Wait.
Alright, so I successfully read things, but folklore, not so great.
Interesting. Okay. I think that will come into play through various like things. So I think anything to do with like any questions, any upcoming folklore while you're here will grant you a +5 to your folklore
Nice.
tests while you're in Forest Savage. And those will be
Love
things
that.
related to like folklore is specifically not fairy lore, right? So it'll be
My fairy lore's not great yet.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to tick it while I'm in Summerland.
everything from commoner rumors to superstitions that aren't specific to fairy to actual knowledge is all covered under folklore. In this game,
Alright.
Sorry, Megan saying that she was hoping to ticket while she's in Summerland. I just got this image of like, reason being at like the customs office or whatever, saying, reason for your visit? I'm hoping to take my fairy lore skill.
That's basically why she's here.
I mean, what a place to do it, let's be real.
Right?
You might die, but
I've got a reckless 15. I don't think she cares.
all right. So
Died doing what she loved.
so the trick
Exactly.
the trick with this particular travel, and I'll go back to this map for people. What you were told to start out is you are not intended to enter via the common road. You're intended to follow paths leading from Bath up through this forest here, which is Campa Quarantine Forest.
Yeah, man.
Rhenium.
Right? This forest. what you know is
Camp
that.
Corentin.
Yeah. Thank you. And then up here,
Hmm.
up here, this is the Arden Forest. And these are things that, the reason I'm explaining these are things that Merwin would know, right?
Okay.
We got Arden. We got Camp Corentin.
At the edge here, up here somewhere, is Landoin Forest. Just typing it too for folks. And then down here-ish, near closer to like London, down here is do I want to try with this one? Quinn Kiroi Forest.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then at the very top here, which is named much like Lincoln itself, is Lincoln Forest.
Quinn Curio Forest.
So between these all is rumored to be the entry point for Sauvage.
Between them all, like
In the
geographically
center.
in between. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was looking at how far away those all were, and I was like,
Yeah.
in
No.
one of them,
So
we're
like
gonna be here for a
We're still
while.
going pretty far.
this area in the center here is kind of
Okay.
like that. Now keep in mind that you definitely got the impression that this forest is not of this world, but right now, the barrier between Fairy and here is not exactly thick, right?
Mhm.
And that's what you know for now. So we'll go from there.
All right.
Is there any details, anything you want to bring or discuss as far as details before we dive in?
I don't think I have anything.
I feel like as long as we're good on provisions and, you know, our knights are well armed and such, I
Yep.
don't think we really have any real,
And we
Yeah.
like, does Beatrice need to, like, prep a spell or something?
You know, it might not be the worst idea to have one prepped. Yeah, I'll prep, I think. Like, just prep one. I'm not fully committing to it until I need to use it.
protection.
Oh, you bet it is.
Yeah.
It's the most useful one. Like,
I don't think you have to
So-
roll anything when you're prepping, right? It's
I
when
think
it
it's just
goes off.
rolling when I cast it.
Yeah.
It just won't be an instantaneous cast like normal because I've prepped most of it.
I think all that means is that you're doing that rather than other things during the preparations. Like, takes a significant time for you to do those pieces. I think we should also deal with how Merwin is coming along. So does it make sense that this is back at Great Bridge and dealing with either Cadwy or Melwis?
Yeah, I want to spit in the
Probably.
prince's face again. Let's do it.
Or did we decide how we were gonna have Merwin along last time?
No, I don't think we did.
We didn't.
So
Okay.
Because I decided in the middle of the week that I wanted it to be Merwin.
No, it's okay. I think like this is a Summerland mission for the most part, right? So it's not exactly going to be. I know Merwin. Well, Merwin's just a visitor at the time, right? I imagine Merwin's been staying in Great Bridge because of what happened for the most part.
Yeah, I assume she's staying in Great Bridge. She might have honestly heard that people were going to a cool secret forest, researched a bunch on her own, and then been like, kicks down door, what happened?
Okay. Why don't we play? That would be an amusing scene. Do we want to play that out?
yeah, we
Is
would.
Sure.
Do you want to say we would be in Great Bridge in general, just because we're taking Olin and we should probably tell Cadwy that?
It's up to you. You can either do it that way, or we can have Merwin we can have Merwin interrupt the scene either at Great Bridge or literally travel to Barrow Crest, depending on what I think Olwen and Beatrice would choose to do.
We were in Barrow Crest towards the end of.
Yeah.
We could always send a message to Cadby.
Okay, yeah, so we'll just be in
because
Barrow
that's
Crest.
a lot of travel.
That is.
Just to, yeah.
Okay. I mean,
Let's do it.
yeah, it's an extra day. Like, we're not talking. This is England, so
Yeah.
yeah. Very small.
Forgive my Southern California sensibilities.
Yeah.
I have to go to the next city? God
No.
damn.
That's
This is like
72 hours
taking
on
a trip
foot.
to Congress, I feel like.
Yeah, the biggest trouble with travel in this era and like in this scenario are the forests and just the general like things aren't straightforward. They're not highways, right? But you do have a lot of old Roman roads, and when you can travel those and there's not overgrown forests, travel's pretty damn quick.
Romans.
Right?
They done for us.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So why don't we do the kicking down the door at Barrow Crest then? So maybe this is like a day before you guys set off.
Composing the letter to Cadby. How do you think we should phrase it?
I'm in the room. I'm in the room ignoring her and just setting up stuff for my spell and just saying every couple of words.
It should be casual, but he is the king.
Excuse me.
Hello?
Are you the ones going to the forest?
And who are you?
Right. And she kind of like, my name is Lady Merwin of we have a last name for her, and I've been doing a lot of reading on where the forest is, and I'd really like to come see it. If you'll have me.
Forest. Which forest would that be, milady?
The forest Sauvage. Megan is hoping that she understood.
So this is interesting, and I just realized it now, but it's actually quite funny considering how Cadwy works, where it's like,
oh right, she knows things.
Yeah, like where you were tipped off before they had even alerted Cadwy to the fact they were going. So you show up at their door as they're writing a note to Cadwy to tell him that they're going. So
yeah, the forest Sauvage. Your king told me about it. And I read up a bunch on it, and I thought I could be helpful.
Our king told you that we would be going to the forest.
Yeah, you're
Owen crumples up the paper. Well, he knows.
Sent him a letter. Oh, he was serious that you were going to. Was that the letter?
King Cadwy is kind of intuitive. Do you know, milady, what kind of forest you're getting yourself into?
I've heard it's magical, and I wasn't able to find a lot of the stories, like local legends about it, but I've got a general sense of where it is, and I mean, he warned me that it might be a little bit dangerous, but I'd really like to see it, if you'll let me.
Where did you say you were from again?
I am from.
From cough into your hand and.
What? Are you from Barrack? Is that where you're from?
Yeah, I think she is Barrack Saxon. I think on her father's side, so probably Barrack.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Barrack.
Oh.
It's a little southeast from here.
Hmm. Does your family know you're here?
Yes.
How old does she look? Does she look like really like
She
young?
is 18.
I'm still not the youngest.
Ah.
Yeah, sorry.
We're same
Um,
age.
She
Sorry.
is definitely she does not look like she should be traveling alone. Also, there is no one else here with her, so I think she's traveling alone.
And
This is he said a little dangerous. I'd like to stress just in general the fact that it's more than a little dangerous.
Right, but there's I think she kind of like lowers her voice like she isn't sure if we're supposed to be talking about this. Like fairy things like from beyond the veil, right?
have you seen a fairy before?
No. But I'd really like to.
Really?
If I could. She doesn't know.
Can I put a hand on Owen's shoulder?
Right.
not grabbing. I'm just resting my hand on her shoulder as a reminder that I am here.
Owens or
Owen's.
Owen had like a little like glint of mischief in her eyes, and her smile curled, and she like debated just doing something funky, but then thought better of it, and then just, well, perhaps we'll see one on the way.
You
Oh,
said
I
you
really
know
hope
where
so.
it is.
It is what?
You said you know where it is.
Yes, I think so. I think it is near Watling in Logres. That seems to be where everyone thinks it might be.
Okay. That could be useful. Do we need another night? I'm looking at
Well,
Owen.
let's see. We currently have Brian.
Yep.
We're taking Cadwigan, we're leaving him behind. Where
Yep.
do we land? Taking Cadwigan with us. Do we have one more? I think if we had one more, maybe. I think
Well,
that should
it's
be fine.
Doggett, and Doggett hasn't seen his son in a while, so I'd hate to do that.
Yes. Me too.
And then we have the lady's cousin, which feels like we shouldn't because it's riskier than I would. She's gonna be really mad at me if I'm the one who gets her cousin seriously injured or worse.
Right, and I don't want to be the one to tell Adaine that we pulled Doggett away.
No, we're not.
Absolutely not.
So yeah, we have 2 nights. We have 2 nights, and me.
She'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll keep her close to the nights.
I'm pretty good at running away and hiding if Dex counts as hiding. I have good Dex.
I have good Dex.
Lovely.
If I were to put it on a scale of like 0 to 20, I'd put myself at around an 18.
No, that's
not
pretty
too great
good.
on all the others, though.
It's comparable to me, I think.
I think so. The
It's
other
better than me. Yeah.
the other option you guys could consider is, I mean, you could bring along Aronwi, and Aronwi is just the background of this particular like just one of the 3 nights, right? Not in the forefront. It's up to you. That would leave you down Aronwi here, but what do you care about?
I think we'll probably be fine with 2 nights, and you know.
And me.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I'm
I'm
getting
like a
better with
quarter of a
daggers.
combatant. So,
I've
like
got
2 and
that
a quarter.
quarter covered. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm good with that. Any
I
other
mean, I could-
provisions
if-
or
if-
anything y'all want to make before we get started?
Really quick before when we're like, I'm assuming because we're super professional and everything, we're like whisper deciding how if we're doing this.
Yeah, just kind of just sitting there like
Sounds right.
listening in with
Beatrice is going to spin around and look at her.
Mhm.
If you come,
Mhm.
stay by the knights at all times.
Okay.
Don't touch anything that looks tempting, because typically it is not.
Hmm.
Okay.
Don't speak to
She
anyone.
is a little bit less eager about that one.
Don't speak to anyone random that pops up. In the Forest Sauvage.
Okay.
Yeah, you can speak to
Not
us or
not
our
the Logris
knights.
part. Yeah.
All right.
This isn't the whole trip. This is when we get into assuming we get into the Sauvage part.
All right. What if the rest of you are talking to them? Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay.
So Lady Owen is the lady, so typically we let her do the talking.
Right. Right. That makes sense.
Also, they tend to like her.
Why?
They just do. She's very personable.
All right.
You
That
like
makes sense.
me,
I
right?
guess. You've been nice so far. Yeah.
You'll quickly find that not accurate to who I am as a person.
Oh. Well, that should be fine.
Yeah.
I've been traveling alone a lot, so I've met a lot of different people, and
You
usually I'm
travel alone? A lot?
Yes. My family said that I could do, I could kind of travel around, as long as I promised to look for a husband while I'm out here. So,
Oh, gross.
Oh, you're in the
don't
same
mind.
boat as me.
Really?
Well, my family didn't order it. More like my friend wants me to do it, so.
Well, that's a little bit less pressing. I mean,
Oh, less
my family
pressure.
doesn't care either. I'm the youngest of 3 girls, so it's not really urgent for me. But I'd like to find one, and if I find one out here, then he'll probably be more interesting than just someone from home.
Here, nothing if not interesting out here, believe me.
I'll keep an eye out for you. Maybe we will find someone charming in the forest.
Maybe we will. Do you think I could have like a fairy husband? Is that allowed?
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
I think you could-
advise it.
Have you met a lot of fairies? What are they like?
Well, some of them are quite pretty. They're kind. They're charming. They're... they giggle in the shadows a little bit. And they help you find your way when you
Some
need to.
are not kind. I'd just like to interject, Lady Owen,
Some of
because
them
you've
are
had a
not
very
kind.
yeah. Lady Owen gets along with a lot of the fairy, and that's amazing and awesome, and I appreciate that. Some of them want to kill you or do worse.
Oh, yes, I've heard that.
Yeah.
There was the strange men in the place that should be water, that are currently raiding this
The
county, right?
Mudlords.
Those are fairies
Muddy
too.
Lord and his men.
Yes, those are also
Yeah.
fairies. Okay.
Those are also kind of fairies. It doesn't seem that they're. It's a long story.
There's something.
There's something. So
I suppose they're just doing what people do. I mean, people raid each other all the time.
you
So
know, yeah, that's
Doesn't make it
fair.
right.
No, it doesn't
Doesn't
make
make
it
them
right,
cool.
but I guess it just doesn't make them special.
You're so right.
All right, let's
And then she'll
our
she'll just
stuff
look at
together.
Beatrice and wiggle her shoulders.
This is going to be such a fun trip. I'm gonna
gonna be
leave the
such a fun
room
trip.
and keep getting. I'm leaving them. I'm leaving, and I'm getting the rest of my stuff.
I'm done with you too. Gross, gross.
It's gonna be the whole trip, man. And
The
she can't
whole
escape
trip.
after this. She might as well enjoy her moment of silence while it's there.
Oh yeah. Regret to inform you. If she catches wind of you being any type of expert, it's done for it's over. It's over.
Oh,
You're
the good
done.
news is that Beach is not an expert in anything, so.
Expert in
all right,
sarcasm. Vigo?
And
You're
I'm
muted,
muted.
Bob.
We're all
Yeah.
organized and ready to go.
Woohoo!
Okay. So here's what we got to do. We got our traveling party. We need to figure out who is the best hunter out of the group. They'll
Out
be
of the three
making-
of us?
No, out of the 5 characters. That are
Oh,
coming.
thank God.
It's gonna be
okay.
Branwyn or Cadwigan.
Yeah, I'm gonna check Aronwi just in case. 6 for Aronwi?
Oh,
I believe it's a 0 for me.
Oh wow. Hunting isn't even on Merwin's sheet. That's sad.
I
Yeah,
have it
that's
too.
the lady sheet.
That's fair.
I have those.
Okay. I think it's. Is it Cadwigan going too? Is that who the other name was?
Cadwigan
it
and
was
Branwyn.
Cadwin
Yeah.
and Brenwyn.
All right. I think in this case.
Did we decide that Aronwi's coming?
Yes.
I don't think we did we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is she
Right,
coming?
you said that 2 nights would be just fine.
Yeah, okay. I was like, wait a minute.
I'm
missed
okay with
something.
Aronwi coming and just kind of being in the background. She probably won't have much to contribute to this anyway.
I'm good either way.
Okay. Branwyn has an 18 in hunting.
Wow.
All right, Brandon, go
Get it,
off.
Branwyn.
Okay, so who has the best awareness? And it can't be Branwyn. Branwyn's is in there.
10?
12.
6.
Yeah, Beatrice.
Wait, am I better than both the knights?
Cadwigan and Branwyn have high. I think you'd be best off using them both as hunters. I'm going to allow
Okay.
2 hunters because that's the role not to get lost.
Okay, so
which
I'm
means-
the awareness person?
Sure,
Oh no.
that's good.
Okay.
Highest folklore out of the group would be probably Merwyn.
Highest folklore.
So with the
Merwyn,
+5?
yeah. Does my +5 count?
Yeah.
Oh, then yes, I have a 17 in folklore right
Oh.
now.
God,
And then
why did I
highest,
even-
highest fairy lore is Olwen.
probably. I have a 9.
Pretty sure Olwen has 15 or something like that.
In fairy lore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Olwen will be fairy lore, Merwyn folklore, Beatrice will be our awareness, and then the 2 knights are hunters, aka keeping you on the trail. Is that fair?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
It's good we have 2 people on that because Branwyn doesn't always do great.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Branwyn's mathematically cursed.
And you'll be
I-
rolling for them just so it's a player, triggered thing.
Okay.
So, respectively. And we should probably resolve is there any reason to keep Aronwi here? Or can Aronwi come along?
I don't think there's a reason to keep her there.
Reason, no, but mechanically out of character stuff, it might be easier to if we have to switch back. But
Around won't be playing effectively. Around me will be like an NPC. Like,
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I think Rebecca's saying, like, if we have to cut back to Summerland, where Aranwi, Every, and Bowie are
Gotcha.
Mhm.
there, I would have a character to play. I'm
Yeah.
happy either way. I will say,
We won't be
Aranwi
doing
has a
that
16
anyways.
awareness.
Oh yeah, she's a 16
Ooh.
awareness.
16 awareness. You know, if you wanna.
Oh, I
Yeah,
wouldn't
this
be
is adorable.
opposed to her coming
Yeah.
along.
Okay. And we can give Beatrice then the sight rolls
What-
because those are going to be
Oh,
effective.
Oh, I don't know if that's much better.
It's
one
you have
better, it's
you literally the
13.
only one with sight. So
Yeah.
well, other than
Oh.
Owen,
Owen has it,
Yeah.
but
but you're significantly
Way
higher
better.
than a sight. Yeah,
Way better.
more practiced. So
Yep.
you're the only one that's gone through like a an actual formal rites for magic at this point.
Yeah.
Owen's is more
Beatrice
based
had an
on the
initiation. I
fact
had a drug dream.
Owen is basically inherently linked to glamour based on being a half fairy, right? That's what that's playing off as. And has some ability to draw on powers from fairy, but it's Owen's not going to be an enchantress. Owen's not going to be a witch. She's going to be Owen with some powers.
Yeah.
All right, let's start this off. Let's get her going, and we're gonna start with some easy rolls. These are local forests, so let me just see here, because there's some cool tables I want to utilize.
Gosh, tables.
Yeah. All right. Okay, there we go. And you guys are going through. I named the forests. You're going through the Campa Corentin forest first.
Yeah.
So normally that comes with navigation, like hunting. With that comes with a -10 for navigation typically. But it's also your hunters are fairly versed in it, right? Because it's nearby. So I'm only gonna make it a -5 to travel through. So we're gonna go with this is gonna be Rebecca rolling for Branwyn.
Aries?
Nope,
Oh.
Branwyn. And Emily, you're rolling for Cadwigan.
I get Cadwigan.
Favorite.
So their shade, or are we just rolling a
They
d20?
roll a d20, subtract 5 from your skill, which is 18. So you got to beat a what? 12,
13.
What is
13.
Cadwigan's?
13.
13
Same.
is what I
They
beat.
both have a hunting 18.
Okay, so we're just rolling a d20, and we have to get less than 13.
Yeah, 13 or less. There you go.
12.
Oh,
Okay.
Cadwigan.
Cadwigan was a little off, but Branwyn's like able to keep you on the trail, and that's important. And that's gonna actually net you through most of the forest here. We're moving forward quick to try and get into the fun parts, anyways.
Fun parts.
Yeah. All right, hold on. Gonna switch some stuff around. All right. So we're gonna just take a quick look here. So as you pass through Camp Corentin Forest, we're gonna have one more forest roll or one more hunting roll for Owen and Beatrice, or not Owen and Beatrice, for Cadwigan and
Branwyn and Cadwigan. Hey, both 7.
Hey!
okay. Okay, so 2 successes is good. So you spend a few days traveling at that point. It's actually not too long. And then we had discussed for Emily, we discussed the riddle that you were not to share. Yeah.
Okay.
So the first step, the first riddle, was in the forest, deep and dark. Seek ye not the beaten track. Follow the river to its source, and find the castle on its course.
Okay. I can get that one. I was a little worried because I'm not good at this. I'm not good at riddles as a person in real life. So is there a river near us?
There is, in fact, not too far from you. I will show you.
Which way is flowing?
See if I
Is it
have a
like
good map for you. Give me a sec. I don't think there's a map that shows a little bit of this. It's not that one. Let's try this. Okay. I want to say. Just looking what the name of that river is. Hold on. Might not matter, and I might not care. But let me let me see if I can find it easy. Is it River Thames? Might be. Thames River?
Thames.
Thames River? You know what? We're gonna go with less on the map and more Arthuriana-esque anyways. So we're not gonna worry about it. It is.
Vibes.
Yeah. So you're looking now for the river, right? And I think that is going to go to Eronwi and awareness at this point.
All right. Let's go, girl. Get him. I've succeeded.
Okay, good.
Then Aronmi fades back into the distance.
So, unrelated, because Eronmi does not know what Beatrice is after, because Beatrice can't share the riddle, right? But Eronmi notes a river nearby as you're traveling along the path.
And there's a river over there.
Yeah. You would note those things because that's where if you want to clean, if you want to like fish, it's where you're best to hunt if you're looking for food, those sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
Also, a nice clean landmark to follow if you get lost.
I think we should go to the river.
Sure.
All right, let's go to the river.
Okay.
Okay. Now you're supposed to follow the river to its source.
Which means the direction it's flowing from, not the one it's flowing to. Bob, don't look like that. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
You're just like
I'm not doing
smiling.
anything.
It's so scary. I'm so bad at riddles. I'm so
Is
nervous.
this what you're supposed to do?
It makes me question everything about what I'm doing. It's gonna be great. Yeah, so Beatrice is going to awkwardly tell the group that she thinks they should follow upriver.
Okay. Is anyone
Oh.
saying anything in turn to that? Like,
Yeah. Uh, who-
Because I'm
Really?
not the leader. I'm not a navigator.
Are you sure? I mean,
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
is it? Did you get like Did
It's
you?
a me thing.
It's a you thing.
It's a
That's
me
what I was
thing.
getting at. Interesting.
So,
What's a you thing?
questions that I can't answer typically.
Oh. Okay.
Sounds weird, right?
That's very weird, yeah. But, I mean,
confused.
that's fine. I think this is the general direction that I saw in the books, so...
Look at Cadwigan and Branwen. So yeah,
You're
like,
muted.
folklore for Merwin.
What for Merwin?
Folklore.
I love folklore. +5. I've succeeded.
So you know that this river is heading basically due north. Maybe, it could bend northwest or northeast, but following it back to its source will lead you further north, which exactly as you had sort of already role played, but just adding that bit. It's leading you in the direction that makes sense according to where you believe the crossover. Well, you don't know what crossover sites are, but where you believe the Force Sauvage is.
Yeah, alright. It's the place where the cool stuff go.
Okay.
So,
Alright.
Merwin's down. This sounds right. And even if not, she's just along for the ride, baby.
Well, if these two say it's so, and those two agree, let's go.
All right. Let's someone want to give me a D6 roll. Let's see what the weather's like today.
Sure, I'll do
come
it.
on, Rebecca.
Okay.
Rebecca's rolling.
It's a 1.
Hopefully that's good.
It's windy. It's drizzling rain,
Oh.
and it's cold.
Ah.
Accursed.
Mm.
I'm gonna take Constitution rolls from every don't worry about the knights and such. We'll deal with them as needed, but for your mains, let's see how you're faring here.
I'm pulling my weight is how I'm doing.
Merwin.
Oh, Merwin.
So Merwin, overnight you laying in the rain, it's miserable, it's cold. You develop a bit of a cold yourself. So you wake up and you're just completely like foggy headed, little out of it, maybe a tad miserable.
A tad miserable.
Right.
She's not going to complain much. She is going to be visibly miserable.
Yeah.
But she's been traveling on her own. She's got not a great constitution. She's done this before.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I don't think it'll slow her down much. But just to note. And
She starts like picking certain leaves off of things and chewing them. Like, this helps with cold.
Similarly, Owen's gonna just start picking a pretty flower here and there. Start playing around with them.
I'll get maybe this time, Emily, give me a D6 roll.
Oh no. 3.
It evens out by the next day, so you wake up and it's damp but it's not cold anymore, and the wind's died down, and it's down to like a drizzle. And by the end of the morning, by the time you basically finish breakfast and start on the trail again, though it's muddy, it's not wet anymore. It's not raining, so. And keep in mind, you are not on roads. You are on river trails right now, trying to follow the river.
Right.
Yeah. Owen, give me a fairy lore test, please.
Or just a straight roll, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, 14.
14. Okay.
But it's a success.
Almost a crit. We could have done it, lads.
Let me just check one thing here real quick. Give me 1 sec.
Would.
So I'm just getting an error that's popping up on my screen. I'm gonna go to our first break briefly. We'll be back very
Alrighty.
soon.
Break time.
First
Yeah.
break.
Great.
Let's do it. We'll be back. See you soon. All right. So, as described previously, Olwen is bending down every so often and grabbing, like picking at flowers when it's not holding everyone up, like when it's not an inconvenience to do so. And as you bend down for this particular flower, you notice its colors. There are multiple colors in the flower. They're different and blended, almost like a swirling tie-dye. And there's a luminescence to it, like it glows a bit.
Hello.
You would know things like this happen often when you're close to fairy. When something's close to fairy, sometimes the flora and fauna bleeds over a little bit.
Oh, look at you. You're special, aren't you? I think we're headed in the right direction. She won't pick this one. She'll just kind of like, stroke the petals a little bit. Like, a mother or sister like stroking someone's hair. It's good to see you. And then to the rest. I think we're headed in the right direction.
As you continue on, you reach a small lake at the end of the river.
Before we get to the lake, I think Olwen will share that tidbit with Merwin, if she didn't know. So, this flower, you just point to it as they're walking off. Do you see how it's really pretty, and strange, and interesting?
Yeah, it doesn't look like other flowers.
It's because it's not. It's sort of fed on Fairy a bit. Because we might be close.
We're getting close. Oh, that's so exciting. What do you think it does to... What does the fairy energy do to the flower to make it that way? Do you think?
I think it's just something interesting, something fun, something unexplained. Doesn't quite fit in with the norm. It's like a wink, right?
Like a wink. Are there more around here? And she like kind of looks around like, how many other flowers are looking like that?
Maybe. Do you want to see?
Yes.
Let's see.
Okay. Achoo. She's still
Oh no.
She's like leaning over the flowers, and then the second like some dust gets near her nose, she like trying so hard not to disturb the pretty flower.
Do I have any indication as to what they're doing or like what they're looking at? Or am I just watching them scramble around looking at flowers?
No, I think you have a decent fairy. You overheard it, right? I don't know if Emily did.
Probably.
Beatrice.
We're all riding in a group.
Yeah.
And we're not going too far from the main group. It's just,
I'm looking for a castle. Or what could be referred to as a castle, because in fairy I highly doubt it's a castle. But
we are coming up on Tribute Castle on the map.
Well, that'd do it.
No, if you talk to Merwin about it, she can probably tell you that.
Yeah, she can't tell anyone, so she's like awkwardly looking around. Just like,
I sure wish I could.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think she's reaching, because especially with how new Merwin is, I don't think she's reaching out right away. She probably will at some point, but not now.
Should I? Maybe I could.
That's
Everyone's gonna
weird.
like look around and be like, I think we're getting to Tribute Castle soon. Do you think it's like an actual like? Do you think they still? Is it one of the ruined ones, or do you think there's still people there?
There's a castle soon?
Mhm.
Yeah. It's yeah, it's right on the river.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Are you guys done looking for flowers? Or are we taking a pit stop?
do you need to take a pit stop?
Would you like to take a pit stop?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
I think we keep looking for the flowers as we as we go.
Oh,
Olwen?
yes, of course.
We will keep going.
Okay. We're gonna do a sight roll as you hit what looks like this little sort of. I wouldn't even call it a lake. It's more like a pond. It's sort of the source of this river.
Well, they're ducks.
Oh, please. Oh.
Oh,
Oh no.
It could have been a fumble. It's okay.
could have been a fumble. You could have gotten a
Could have been a
cold,
fumble.
like a magic cold.
I feel like this wouldn't have been cold.
Okay. You look around. You look for. Actually, we'll get Megan to do a D6 roll. Let's see what the weather's like today.
Can I ask a question?
4.
Yep.
If I were to impassion myself, would that last the entire trip? Is it like one continuous scene? Or is it several scenes?
No, probably not. To be honest, for
Yeah,
this.
okay, that's fair.
yeah.
I just I wasn't sure because it's different than our typical structure. So
Absolutely.
I was like, I don't.
Travel would be like if there's these little short scenes in between would be when you could impassion.
Yeah.
If you're in like one 1 hour time frame, that's a good time to be impassioned for also.
Okay.
For middle
I
of the
had to
run,
try.
it's a little bit of sun coming through, especially as you kind of reach the the source of this river. You find yourselves in a bit of a clearing, and you're looking about. Failed sight roll will be interesting. We're gonna give you the next part of your riddle.
Yeah. Here, wait, let me get a pen. Let's go.
Through the winding forest path, past the trees so old and vast, find the clearing, do not delay, for Castle Sauvage lies that way.
Sorry, I need you to say that again.
Yep. Through the winding forest path, past the trees so old and vast, find the clearing, do not delay, for Castle Sauvage lies that way.
Okay. I'm going to look for a winding forest path the best that I can.
Okay.
It's gonna be difficult given my sight roll was trash, which means finding this path sounds like it's gonna be a pain in my butt.
Indeed. So you're not the sight, or you're the sight of this group. You are not the awareness or the hunting of this group. So you could charge the knights with something obscure until they find what you're looking for, or you could charge Aranmi to look. You could also potentially charge like Owen with fairy lore, because as you get closer, you know that she is your resident expert on.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and just go next to Owen and just say, so I'm having some trouble. I need to find a winding path in the forest. And I'm not finding it. It's of our typical variety of issues, meaning, the fairy kind of issues. So I was wondering if you knew anything.
Is that me?
Yeah, that was you.
Oh, okay. Fairy issues, like
I need a winding
a bit
forest
with the
path.
well.
Of fairy nature. Or magic nature. One of the two.
Let me think for a bit. Would that be a roll on my part then?
Yeah.
Okay. Winding forest path. $13 out of 15.
There you go. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I'm not sure what this is. I'm trying to look at it. Okay, there we go. I thought so. You find what looks like a bit of a fairy ring just on the other side of this pond. So this is a, you guys have seen like the big standing stones, right? This is I'm gonna say that this is actually like a circle made of like effectively like mushrooms growing, and there's a perfect center that is not.
Yeah, haha.
So this would be somewhere where like fairies use this sort of thing. This is where they would gather, potentially do their own sort of sacrifices or what have you. The fact this exists means that you're probably close to where they would be.
Sorry.
Oh,
go ahead.
But
no, you found it, not me. I don't know.
Yeah, and those are the points. Like I need to know when you're expressing. So that's why I blew past it the last time. I need to know when you're expressing the knowledge. If you don't express the knowledge in character, I will assume you didn't express it. So
got it. Got it. Well, over there, there's a big old mushroom ring, and you see how it's just a bit too perfect. That's very, very. I wouldn't advise standing in it though.
Okay.
Hear that, Marwyn? Don't stand in the fairy
She's got, like,
ring.
a foot over it.
Yeah, she was like, oh, fairy fit? No, you don't stand in that. Actually, wait. I'm gonna roll fairy.
No.
What if she knew that?
Oh, thank God! I thought you were gonna roll reckless.
No.
Oh God, I was so scared. Ooh.
She almost fumbled it, but she didn't, baby. I'll get that tick one day, though.
What, like this?
Yeah, like this. You don't want me to do this?
Okay, we'll get an awareness test from Aronwi.
Aronwi is gonna be so aware.
Aware.
Let her be so aware, because clearly I am not.
failed. I'm getting a lot of good D&D rolls today, babes.
Okay. So this is where you get stuck. You don't see. So I rolled that to see if around me overheard Owen and Beatrice talking about the looking for a winding path. You did not.
Okay. All right. Did not.
Yeah. I think for the purpose of Emily, you or Olwen and Beatrice in general, I think you look around and you don't see any sort of path. We're gonna go to Merwin's folklore roll, but why don't we start? What does Beatrice do knowing this? You're kind of stuck right now.
Probably nothing elegant. Yeah, there's like this string of curse words very low under her breath, and she's kind of like
This is a lady.
doing the like grab your hair and like stand, and she's kind of like just like uses the clearing, so she's kind of like almost very slowly spinning and looking for some sort of path anywhere. Probably not succeeding, but you know, she's like exasperated and very visibly so.
We'll say like Merwin, you catch that. So we'll go into a little bit of role play with the three of you. As Beatrice looks clearly like stuck, doesn't know where to go from here, and has been a little cryptic the whole time about how exactly you're getting there. You're kind of you're feeling a little stuck that way too.
Is everything all right, Beatrice?
I'm having trouble locating a couple things, and it is not my favorite thing in the world.
Right, and it's the thing that's the you thing that you can't tell us about.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, kind of. If you see a winding forest path,
Okay.
just let me
I can
know.
look for that.
It's of a magical nature, fairy nature kind of stuff.
Ooh.
When you
All right, I can look for that right now.
Okay, I'm gonna keep looking for it, because if not, we might just be staying here for a little bit.
So what was
Okay.
expressed? What was expressed from Beatrice to Merwin? What did you?
Winding
Look for a
forest
winding
path
forest
Okay.
path.
Give me
of
a
a
folklore
magical or
test.
fairy nature.
Whoop.
Oh,
I would be doing
God, why,
so
guys? We
easy.
might just be spending the night and trying again in the morning.
We just sleep here now.
We're just spending the night, and then we'll get up in the morning and we're gonna try again.
I think you're stuck to the point where you're like, maybe we just need to kind of go through the forest and get a sense of trying to find our path. Does it sound about where you're at right now? Like, go as a group, venture slightly in and see if you could find the way, or would you be too superstitious to do so? Okay. Then why don't we go back to Rebecca and Emily rolling for the hunters? And if you both fail, that's bad. And
Cadrian succeeded.
All right. Thank goodness.
13? 13? Is that
Ooh, a crit
Maybe.
and a
Brad win
success.
for it?
you're technically nearing another forest, so let me just see what that is.
Mr. Robert.
We're gonna have to return and be like, we literally couldn't find the path. Like,
No.
we spent 2 weeks in the forest.
You did succeed. It's good. That's really good. I can't emphasize how good that.
But it's not a crit. It's not at a -5 anymore.
Hey, Chris, welcome to the squad. Good to see you. Okay, so the forest you are currently traveling through has a -15.
Oh, fuck.
Owen and Beatrice, give me a sight test.
I would say, can I impassion myself? But the thing is, like, Beatrice doesn't know the stakes at this exact moment.
Exactly.
Rolling hunting again with the minus 15?
No, we're
Oh.
not rolling hunting. We're rolling sight for the two of us.
Okay. Sorry, my headset cut out.
All good.
Sight with a minus 15?
No, just say.
No. just
Okay,
straight.
okay. The 4. Okay, God. I failed.
Oh God, I succeeded. Jesus Christ. I've never been so scared in my life. Okay.
You enter, you guys, you travel a little along the way, and you're not coming up with any sort of path. And then you're like, okay, well, you know what? Let's cross. Let's easy enough. We can just turn back, and I think Beatrice, you look back. Everyone looks back, and the way you just came looks different. And Beatrice, you can see that you've just crossed over. But you have crossed
We
over
the wrong part.
without a path.
We've crossed over at the wrong part, right?
Yeah, you have no path in front of you. There's nothing to follow. This is dense, thick forest ahead.
So, sorry. Beatrice is going to turn to the group. So, we crossed. Not at the right spot, though. So this is going to be a little bit of a mess.
That's fun.
Oh yeah, we're weapons drawn and trust nothing.
Well, I guess this is as done as it can be, since I can't be working on it anymore. Merwin?
Yeah?
Your ribbons are really pretty, and I think... And she takes, this little flower crown that she's been working on, and
We're in a life crisis. You're making flower crowns. Oh my god!
We're gonna look so cute
Giving
while
up
we
the
do it.
morale. Yeah.
puts it on Merwin's head. It's like, I know you haven't been feeling great over the past... Exactly that. But it's not medicine, but I hope it helps in some way.
Thank you. It's really pretty. Thank you. I haven't had one of these since I left home.
Well, now you do. So you're officially one of us, I guess.
So we're in Fairy now?
Indeed. So keep your eyes open.
Right, she
No.
said weapons out. She has a dagger.
Yep.
It is a very shiny, new-looking dagger. She is not used to this thing.
One has hers.
I'm gonna give
at that interaction. Sorry.
I'm gonna give our awareness person, which is around me. Please give me. You're not gonna love this, but you're gonna give me an awareness test -10.
Woo! Alright,
Ooh,
well,
this is
I
not
succeeded.
fun.
So, fuck you, actually.
Succeeded.
Okay. Did you really? Yeah, you did.
Get it around
Right,
me.
yeah, tick that around me. So around me, as
It's
you were,
already ticked.
you guys, if that, okay, it's fair enough. What would I give then?
Glory. Everything is ticked.
Yeah. It's been a long year. Yeah. Just as you are, I was literally, so if that failed, we are going to start rolling Lost in Forest Sauvage. But we're not going to have to.
Oh, boy.
Because, well, while you're looking around, Eranwi, from off in the corner, a little ways away, dismounts and bends down and starts looking through some thick, overgrown flora, and you find the remnants of a path. This is the failed folklore, the failed awareness test, the failed sight. We're all to put you on a winding path that is now overgrown. Right.
But we've found something.
You found
So
something.
she'll wave everyone over and point it out, and then fade into the background again. Ooh, a ghost.
All right, can we try and follow what's left of it?
Yeah, it's
Figure
just
out where it is.
it's just a little more difficult. So hunting rolls and will be done at -2.
Okay, that's all right.
Yeah, and why don't we?
Beatrice has a look of relief that you could not describe. It's one of those I used to because I assume we're on horses. Are we on horses or are we on foot?
I would imagine you rode horses.
Yeah, I'm doing
Not
the
chargers. Like even the knights
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
be on their chargers probably for this. It'd
I'm
be
doing
on
the
riding
thing
horse.
where you lay forward, like where you do the like lay forward over the horse's neck kind of thing and just like hang. That's what Beatrice is doing at this moment
Just dead
because
inside.
she's literally just been through an experience that she never wants to go through again.
It's fair.
She's just going to very like muffled from the horse be like, onward, let's go.
Mm.
All right. Let's do a weather test. Keeping in mind we've crossed over.
Who's next?
I think it's me again.
It's Rebecca.
Ooh,
3.
not bad.
It's steady. That's saying something for fairy. So, it feels almost like you were in any other forest in Locust right now. There's no wind, there's no rain, and there's nothing otherworldly happening right now. And
Can I yell? Can I just alert the back of the group and just say we shouldn't stop on the path? We should keep
We
going.
have to keep
So
going?
we have to keep going. Do not stop to do anything.
Alright.
Got it.
so we're gonna start with like a folklore test for Merwin here.
Hey. Folklore +5. Crit, baby.
Nice.
Hey.
Ticket.
Glory.
And here is the thing. Your maps and your knowledge of like what should be next, like you should be able to follow a river, Tribute Castle, all that. Oxenford, not terribly far. That landscape's not here. Like, now that might be very like commonplace as far as well understood for someone that's been to Fairy a bunch of times, but I think for Merwin, it's like you're like this doesn't line up. Like, where am I, basically?
Yeah, I think she's even gonna say that out loud. She's gonna be looking around like, this doesn't look like any of the maps that I found in the king's study when I was looking these things up. We're in Fairy, but how does it work? Are we just somewhere completely different now?
Yeah, kind of. That's you got it.
Would that be a fairy lore test for me? Or would we have known this by now?
You know it by now. Like, you know what you know in character, I think. More so.
Yeah, Beatrice didn't really know for sure. She was just answering based on her life experience. It was just like totally different place. Yep.
You have so many sessions in, I think you probably have a pretty good handle about these things. And the things you don't have a handle on, you just don't have an answer to quite yet.
I think some people can figure out how to come out in the same spot, but I don't know. So, I mean, there's someone I know that's really good at showing up in a certain spot every time.
Who's
Don't
that?
roll your eyes at me. He's really. He does. Can't say he doesn't.
He, like a
He.
fairy prince or something?
Yeah. Kinda.
Prince is a very strong word. More like a
it's like
knight, and not the nice. Well,
Oh,
honorable,
oh,
but
it's one
not
of the
nice.
nice.
Oh.
Olin
Okay.
seems to like him.
I'm pretty sure only Olwen likes him, and I'm pretty sure he only likes Olwen.
Or only groans in the back.
Yeah, there's just a
You
You obviously love
groan from the
Owen.
back. A long suffering.
He's like, God, shut up about him.
He's
That man.
if Owen does hear a groan like that, she's gonna be like, and he's so strong and brave too.
Just gas noises from the back.
You want her dead. I don't think that one likes him that much, whoever he is.
She does not like him, and frankly, no one does but Olwen.
Oh,
Not true.
well. He can't be that bad, can he?
Oh, he can.
It's not.
Oh. What did he do?
He's only ever been kind to me.
To you. There's
Well.
a pretty well documented history of his antics.
Oh, you mean? I mean, I don't think we want to get into this, but you mean
I-
doing the thing that he is allowed to do?
I get that he's allowed to do it, but like, is it right?
It's
Like
part of
reading.
the bargain.
Well, because rating, we were talking about how just because people can do it, it's not right. Is it kind of like that, where he's
It is,
allowed
yeah.
to do something? Okay.
Well, you're not exactly allowed to raid. They don't exactly say, "Oi, on this day, go ahead and do all you want. That's your day." And anyone who's not inside, sucks to be them.
Rebecca, that's
What?
literally what Salisbury did to Summerlin.
I know.
Maddox was like, yo, boys, let's go. It's time. And then they did.
And then they did.
And they did. Raiding is allowed. But only on one side. Only one side thinks it's allowed.
Yeah.
But Summerland knows and is like in on the whole, or not Summerland.
Faircrest.
Aerocrest is in on the whole, Samhain thing.
Yeah, I don't. I get that it's a bargain, and it's a bargain that took a while to strike. But like,
It's not great. It's not. Rebecca will concede.
yeah,
it's not great. Well,
you know, in character, Beach was just. It was a deal that was made, but it doesn't make him any better person that he wants to do that. I'm just saying that you have better options.
What do you mean options?
I don't know, for friends.
Oh, I mean, I suppose. But look,
I mean, there's Iranwi gagging at the back. She's pretty cool.
yeah, my friendship with her isn't dependent on how I feel about.
He just might not be the best influence. I'm not gonna win
We
this.
disagree.
I need
Yeah, I'm not gonna win this. Let's go.
I need one person to do this for me for
Yes.
this first leg of the travel. I think it's back to Rebecca. I think Megan rolled
Rebecca
Um,
just
a
rolled.
random
I just
d20.
rolled
Rebecca
other.
does roll.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I think that's Emily now.
Emily. I need
That's
a
me.
d20 roll.
A D20.
Hmm.
A 12.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll something
Um,
terrible.
Anyway, he's not the best of them.
I'm removing myself from this conversation.
The best one among
I
them.
ride my horse further away.
You're going to let Olwen indoctrinate Merwin.
Listen,
You're gonna
Beatrice
do
can
that to
only
me,
take so
Megan?
much of this mentally before she has to remove herself.
Anyway, the point was that Eno's he comes out at the same spot each time. But if we're talking about really good ones, there's one that I like the best.
Really?
Really.
Which one's that?
She's very pretty and she's charming and sweet and has a very fun little giggle. And I haven't seen her in a while. But she's very kind. Probably
Do
the
you think
kindest
we
out
might-
of all of them.
We might see her today? I mean, the fairy's probably really big, so I guess not.
I'd like that, but I don't know. She always seems very busy.
What do fairies do to be busy? I guess I don't know that
What do
much
you do to
about
be
them.
busy?
Well, I read things a lot. I travel. I guess if they're raiding, they probably do other things that people do too. Then I guess just in fairy instead.
Aye, I suppose that's true. Suppose
If we meet one, we could ask them.
Sure. Like, what's your favorite hobby?
Yeah, exactly. What are fairy hobbies?
Oh, I wonder if they like to play tricks on people.
Right, I've heard that they do that. Is that a hobby?
Depends on who you ask. It's certainly a pastime. Some people are quite into that sort of thing. I think it's fun every once in a while, provided it doesn't hurt anyone.
Right, I guess so. Yeah.
They make pastries.
Pastries.
Well, yeah, like little pasty dough filled with, mushrooms and such.
All right, she's about to fail a fairy lore. Oh my god, I'm ticking that. That was for her to know whether or not eating fairy food is good or bad. So she starts to say fairy. I've heard you're not supposed to eat fairy food.
Oh, really?
I think unless I'm making things up and Bob tells me no.
That's what I was waiting for.
Depends on the scenario, but that sounds like a very good superstition. Whether or not that's true, right? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that some people can get stuck in fairy if they do eat it.
That's scary. I mean, I'd like to stay here longer. It's really pretty here, but
Not forever.
I feel like I'd miss my family at some point.
I feel like, running away to fairy when you're supposed to be looking for a husband. I mean, unless you marry one.
Well, that
Right.
is an option, maybe.
Yeah. I expect they want you back, though. Probably have a ceremony in your
Probably, and I'd have to find a way to write to them, which seems a little difficult. But
Maybe there's a
maybe-
fairy click around.
well, I can write it. I can't send it. Unless maybe if I had a fairy husband, then your fairy friend who isn't nice to anyone but you, but can leave regularly, and he's good at it. Maybe he could deliver it.
I don't think you want him delivering a letter. I mean, he's nice and all, but
but not that kind of nice.
It's complicated. I feel that a lot of people might have the same reaction, and your family isn't exactly from Summerland. So if we were gonna send a messenger, might want someone that resembles your side of the family a bit more, shall we say?
What does he look like? I've never seen a fairy before.
No.
What does he look like?
He's tall, and he's got dark raven hair.
That sounds like a person.
Bright green. And she gestures to her eyes a little bit just to see the look on Merwin's face. Skin all over.
Oh, he's green.
He's very green.
That would scare them a little, I think.
A little bit, I think, maybe.
Awareness rolls, everyone.
Everyone. Player characters or Wanri as well?
No, this will be for your primaries.
Well, I failed. If it was a Ronwi, I would have critted. And it would have done me nothing.
I fumbled.
I criticaled my awareness.
We have a crit,
Oh
a
my
fumble,
God.
and a fail.
Oh, we are. Good job, team. I'll give you that glory, Rebecca.
Thank you, Megan.
Is there such thing as negative glory?
Oh.
Negative
I would've-
geniality is possible. I don't know if it
I feel
leads
like
to negative
that's
glory.
where I've hit at this point.
I'm minus
I
70
get to
glory.
Take awareness.
Olwyn, you see, as it nears sort of it's not quite dusk because you'd be settling or whatever, but it's a bit darker. The trees, one thing I forgot to explain is the trees here are much taller, much thicker, and the sun gets blotted out easy. On top of that, you're in a fairy, so the sun, you see something out of the corner of your eye, and it's almost flickering in the light. And as you turn, in the distance, just off the path, you see for the very first time ever a will-o'-the-wisp. What does Olwen do in turn? It seems to be just kind of floating along, just slightly moving. It's at quite a distance from where you're at right now. You see it through the trees.
And she'll I think she'll be kind of distracted, but she'll kind of gesture at Berwin. Look, do you see it?
Do I see it, Bob? Now that it's been pointed out.
You do.
What is it?
Olwen, I want you to make a trusting roll, keeping in mind that this is a fairy creature.
Oh man, I was just gonna say don't follow because it's Trixie. Alright. But it's a trusting fairies, so...
And if it's a redhead, you're really fucked.
If that willow
I
is
wish.
It's got a red wig on. New.
It's got it.
I can't
Can't fail.
fail. I
You
can't
can't
fail.
fail trusting fairies. Oh no.
Wow. Boy, howdy. Beatrice,
We're not
come here and
supposed to
save
stop. I
us.
literally just told everyone that.
What is Olwen's if you could be impulsive, What would Olwen do in this moment? Like if she was at the point where her choice wouldn't have a consequence, what would that be? And when presented in this scenario,
I think she would probably wave and start to speak with it.
it's at a pretty far distance. Like
Fuck. She
off
would
the path.
start to walk
Okay.
towards it.
Give me a reckless test.
Yeah.
Lady Olwen, are we supposed to be leaving the path? Are we supposed to be leaving the path?
I whip around.
You see Olwen's a few feet away, walking towards, and then you see the will-o-wisp.
And her eyes just sort of almost glaze over. Like,
Do I?
she feels like this is probably fine. Like it's so far away. I'm just going to get a better look. It's not that bad. I could stand to go a few feet.
You see the will-o-wisp just sort of like radiating light, and it's moving further away from you, but it's moving so slow it's not gonna get very far. Like you're gonna, even walking, you could outpace this thing quite quickly. What is Merwin and Beatrice doing while Olwen's doing this?
What knight is closest to Lady Olwen?
Probably Branwyn.
Bradwin, grab her. No. Like,
I think I'm gonna roll reckless, but I will be stopping when Olwen is stopped.
Yeah, got it.
I've succeeded.
Yeah.
It's obvious.
So Olwen, you have a partner. Merwin's.
Yeah, he
You
sees
look-
Olwen going and he's like, are we supposed to be leaving the path as she is currently leaving the
leaving
path?
the path.
No, it's alright if I do it.
Yeah.
I think Branwyn's now following, right? 'Cause she's like, Olwen. And then she's
Huh?
like,
Does she reach out to try to get me? Or
you're
is she
too
just
far.
calling
You've
out?
probably moved 5 or 6 feet away, right? And she's got to dismount. Yeah.
Good job, team.
Awareness rolls for Merwin and Olwen.
I've succeeded on that as well. I see all now.
Oh, Branwyn. I'm just like Phantom of the Operating, like in character. Ooh.
No, this is your
15?
awareness roll for Olwen.
Oh, for me. Sorry, I thought you said Branwyn for some reason. Jesus, that's a failure.
Okay. Give me a dex roll. Okay.
Oh, good
Critical.
Merwin, you also need a dex roll. You can add a +2 for your successful awareness.
Oh, baby, I cannot fail. Success.
Okay. You both stop short of tripping and falling into a bog.
Oh!
And Olwen, you're like really close. You're like on the side, like Sonic the Hedgehogging it. Like you're just like balanced on one foot. But you realize that I think Olwen, as you sort of snap to and look at it, you can hear it sort of as it radiates. It laughs, and it's like this sort of high pitch.
I think Olwen starts laughing too.
Its whole goal was to try and lure you into the bog to fall and splash in the water.
That was very nice.
And then I think Olwen is like fully laughing when she realizes that. Oh, you almost got me, you naughty thing. See? They're tricky. I wouldn't have gotten
Very
that,
tricky.
though.
1 second, I'm going to roll trusting versus suspicious. Cool. She doesn't feel any particular type of way about this. What a rude thing that this wisp has done.
Give me a prudent roll for Ranwi and give me a d20 for Cadrigan.
Oh
Cat
boy.
William? He got a 2.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yikes, I'm playing 2 reckless characters. Good job.
Is the fun part of the game, I guess. Okay, Beatrice. Okay, Cadrigan stayed on the trail, so you can hear. You turn around, you're like, "Where's the trail again?" And like, there's a
I didn't
moment.
leave the trail to my
Oh, I
knowledge.
thought Beatrice left.
I didn't go very far. I
Yeah.
yelled
No, I
back
think
to
you
whatever
yelled-
knight
yelled
was
to
closest.
Brandon.
Okay. Then take prudent Beatrice in that case. So both Beatrice and Cadrigan stay behind. Well, then it makes sense why Cadrigan stayed behind. So, but the rest of you have a moment of panic where you're like, crap. You don't see Beatrice, you don't see Cadrigan, but you hear them calling to you now.
Oh, when?
Sorry! I was proving a point. Probably.
I said no stopping
But-
Well, we kept
like
walking.
an hour ago.
Yeah, if I didn't stop, I would have
Not on the
fallen in the bog!
Your
Alright, we're
directions
walking
like an
back.
hour ago.
That's awesome.
An hour. As soon as they get on the path, she doesn't even look at them. She just immediately turns around and starts walking. She just keeps going, an hour.
Okay.
Olwen just sticks out her tongue behind Beatrice.
I want to wear in a roll. I want to roll an awareness roll. Jesus Christ.
You just established you turn around, so it'll have to be -5.
-5. All right. I appreciate that you're in on this. Me realizing if she's... I didn't see it.
The best part is, wait, hold on. No, that would have still been fair. I'm like, the best part is if it would have been a crit if you didn't turn around, but it wasn't. Okay.
I have eyes in the back of my head.
Time here moves a little strange, and you find yourself sort of not really tired like you would be on the other side.
Oh shit.
I need you walk
Here we
through
just
night
go.
and then back through day. I need a D6 roll.
It's Megan's
I think it's
turn.
my turn, yeah. Right in the middle.
Okay. Right in the middle. And this one I think will be Eronwi and for awareness actually.
Oh, okay, thank goodness. I thought something was going to happen to Aronwi. I have succeeded on my awareness roll.
Okay. You notice today there seems to be like where you're traveling the path starts to get like a bit more thin, so we're moving to the final leg of things. The final sort of riddled directions. The sun is in fact high in the sky. You notice that there are a bunch of birds around me, and then I think for Merwin now gets to do a folklore test. What
I
type
get
of bird
to
is
do a
that?
folklore test.
What type of bird is that?
What type of bird is that indeed? Let's find out. I've succeeded. What bird is it, Bob?
What bird? Tell me. Tell me the bird. I need to know. Okay, so it's not entirely abnormal, but just the sheer quantity of magpies here is very noticeable. I'm gonna. So as that's kind of being pointed out, feel free to point that out in character because you don't have the riddles and stuff. But for Beatrice. The third part is you kind of come to the end of a path that leads almost kind of nowhere. It says,
Go.
with the sun high in the sky, follow the bird that soars up high. Watch it glide through the forest fair, and Castle Sauvage will be there.
Hello, little birdie.
I look up at the sky.
Okay. So as everyone's kind of mentioning it, I think Aranwi's like,
Ronwy
there sure
says,
seems
like,
to be a
that's
lot of birds. And then Merwin's like,
magpies.
actually, they're
Actually, they're not just birds.
They're cool birds, and I know the name.
Yeah. And then so you look up and there's you see like the silhouette of a single magpie just go overhead and kind of for a second it like creates a bit of a shadow right over you, Beatrice, and then it just keeps going.
I follow it.
Okay, you all just start to see Beatrice like go off into the woods. Like there is no trail now.
Oh, so it's fine if you
gone.
do it, but when I do it, it's bad.
I throw a very unladylike gesture behind my back, and
Well,
I keep
thankfully you're not a
following
lady, so it's fine.
my bird. I keep following my bird.
You flip your bird.
Flip the bird, then
It's
follow
a-
the bird. Yeah.
Bob, so it said follow the bird high in the sky.
Hmm.
Right?
Do you want the?
Okay. Yeah, that would be lovely. I'm sorry. I'm trying to.
No, it's okay. It's getting late. With the sun high in the sky, follow the bird that soars up high. Watch it glide through forest fair, and Castle Sauvage will be there.
Follow the bird high in the. Does it say follow it or watch it? Or both?
Follow the
I think-
bird that soars
Follow
up
the
high.
bird, and then it's watch it was later in the sentence. Okay, all of a sudden I was like, am I supposed to not be following this? Am I supposed to be watching this? Okay, yeah, I keep following it.
Okay.
I'm gonna
You're
tell
supposed to go with you.
everyone. I'm just going to tell the group. I need you to trust me on this. We're following a bird.
Okay.
Everyone watch
Mm.
the bird, please. Keep an eye out for each other. Don't fall, don't wander off. I don't care what you see.
Okay. What if it's cool?
I don't
Right,
care.
what if it's cool?
I cannot stress to you how little I care.
I mean, I've known you for how long? I know that about you.
Yep, which is surprising why you would follow the thing in the first place, but I digress. And I'm going to keep following a bird.
Okay. As you kind of go through the tree line, you see up ahead, all of a sudden, you kind of walk out of the tree line. And as you're looking, there was just like an empty field ahead. But as you kind of cross through the tree line, you find yourselves at the edge of a manor with a big sort of fortified building ahead. This looks as common as you'd expect any sort of like forest manor to look, maybe a bit fancier.
Is it a castle? Could it be
It's,
called
it's
a
a
castle?
fortified manor, which is certainly equivalent to a castle, yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll go back to my mental celebration now. Okay. So we're here. Owen,
Beatrice?
I'm going to need you to do your lady of the manor thing.
Right. Can
As
do
I
that.
can't talk to them.
Of course.
And I guess we ride up to the manor.
You see two figures riding in your direction quickly. On their shields, they have like a bright white, like an argent field with three mullets, blue argent mullets, which are stars, 5-point stars, basically, two at either edge and then one at the bottom. On one of the shields is a blue moon. On the other one is a red sun.
Oh,
Let's
They
go.
are armored to the full. They have closed helms, which don't really exist in this era, and plate mail.
mhm.
Yeah.
Keep her on me
Uh,
back.
Yeah.
Cadogan,
Swap character chocolate. I want that.
Cadogan, Branwen,
Mm-hmm.
y'all ready to fight? Possibly. We're gonna be nice until we can't, but you know.
Understood. And Brendan's like, nods.
I can actually, believe it or not, I can actually help here, so let me know.
The two knights stop at a distance. They don't speak first.
Hail, knights. We come in search of the Lady of the Land.
State your names.
I'm. We've established that.
We've established that you don't give your name.
Yeah.
In our
we've
very
established
first
that,
story
right?
encounter.
Wait. Hmm?
I
Very.
thought we established it was fine.
Yeah, that's what I was double checking.
Yeah.
What?
Never mind.
Names do have power. I think I didn't really give you guys an out-of-character answer for that. There's lots of superstitions about names having, giving someone power over them. At the same time, you've met people who don't seem worried about that, including like Cadwy.
Yeah.
Right? So doesn't mean
So
it doesn't have.
there'll be that
like those
little
superstitions can
hesitation
still
there.
be there. Yeah.
Well, probably not hesitation from Owen, actually. Lady Owen of Barrowcrest.
Barrowcrest. Heard that name.
That's the veil.
What about the witch here?
Oh, she's not that bad. She's just a little grumpy. And then Owen will just kind of wink.
My name is Beatrice. I'm also from Barrowcrest. The Lady of the Land and I have spoken previously.
And one of them kind of like rides close and sort of, but like not super close, but kind of towards Merwin and says, "And this one?"
She kind of like looks at them
We'll say
because she was
son.
told not to speak,
Yeah.
but other people have already spoken. She's good. So she says, I'm Lady Merwin. Place. A place, certainly.
You see them at a distance, like not in a super threatening way, but it's still they're still rounding you. They go around in a pattern, like a circle around your group. The sun on one side and the moon on the other, before they meet back together, and they say, "The lady is this way.
Thank you kindly.
Welcome to Castle Sauvage."
Thank you. Can we follow?
I'll follow.
I'll follow. And also right up next to Beatrice. Sorry, Beatrice.
Oh yeah, they said it out loud. I knew it was coming.
They said it out loud. Just gonna ride up and be like, you're a witch?
I wouldn't say that in front of anybody outside of this place.
Right. Is that the you thing that that you couldn't talk about? Were you just not talking about it because of me? I'm sorry.
There are things from it that I don't talk about. I don't talk about it in general. I'm not really wild about people knowing, to be honest. So I would
Right.
appreciate it if you didn't say anything to anyone.
It's okay. I won't make the same mistake that Aranwi did.
Yeah, we're on way to a room full of people. It's just like, oh my god, that was great.
Oh, good times.
Right. No, obviously I won't tell anyone if you don't want me to. Is it okay if I ask you? I've never met a witch before, probably. No one that I knew was a witch.
I think Owen is just kind of like smirking in the background because now now Beatrice has to deal with the I've never met a thing that you are.
Well, but this time at least.
Exactly. It's direct because Owen's secret is still with her.
Maybe on the way back, and to be honest, people like me can't answer a lot of questions anyway. It's nothing personal.
Oh.
We just can't.
That's okay. I mean, I'd be interested in whatever you could tell me, but it's okay if you can't say certain things.
I'll try. I'm not exactly the best versed in it either. But right now I think we should focus.
Right. Yes, of course. And she'll kind of like fall back. It's all over now. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I think you're muted, Bob.
Okay, we're gonna do one last break. I'm bad at that tonight. We're gonna do one last break, and then we're gonna jump into the rest of this. We'll be back soon. You walk through what might be kind of considered an ordinary sort of castle or manor. It doesn't stand out as that peculiar or different from what you're used to. You seem to have come at a perfect or opportune time because there is a gathering here. And there are other guests. But there are people that wear the coat of arms that are similar, lacking the sun and the moon, of course. There are 3 figures that are present. Why don't we start with some awareness tests.
Failed.
Success.
Fair failure.
Okay. And then we'll start with some appeal or appearance tests, as it is.
Oh no.
Success.
Also a failure. Almost
Failure.
a fumble.
Right. Olwyn is seated, finds a place amongst the company. Beatrice and Merwin, you're positioned a bit further away amongst the crowd. Beatrice, you spy the lady at the head of the feast.
Lovely. I can totally get up there without getting noticed.
You know that she is apparently pregnant. Very, very pregnant.
Oh shit. Okay.
And then we'll get a fairy lore from the 3 of you.
Failed.
Success.
Oh, balls.
Oh.
I did a fumble.
You did a fumble.
I did a fumble.
Okay, so I think Beatrice, right away you realize that the person you're seated next to has like 20 years. And I think Olwyn, you're just lost in the whole thing. I don't know how to relay that as fumble. I think you're just excited by the whole thing and you maybe aren't.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna give Beatrice and Olwyn. Why not? What's Merwin's recognized role?
Merwin's recognize is 2.
Okay, you can roll that flat. Who knows?
I love rolling things. I failed it. Shockingly.
Killing it. You sound a bit robot-y.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna leave and come back again.
Okay. Don't mind the break.
Have we once again cured all of our ills? Am I back?
Yeah,
it's
you
better.
sound better. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Beatrice, give me a recognized roll, and I think for this you're gonna have a -5.
-5.
Yeah.
Why -5? I can't roll.
Because you would be down so low?
I would be at -2.
Okay. You can roll it with a 1. And if you'd rather just roll a d20, you're welcome to do that. It's easier for you. Solid.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that, this will be... Let me just do a recall and a shuffle. This will be a 2-round, just a normal but not really normal feast. You've been welcomed into the hall, but you haven't had an opportunity to actually speak to the lady. I think all of you hear these three. They never say their names. They refer to this one as the dwarf, this one is the gallant, and this one is the lady.
Whoa.
And Olwen, it is your go first.
Mm-hmm. I can draw cards.
Right?
That's exciting.
Just one, I believe.
Yeah. Because I've just over 1,000. So, Bob, what are they eating at the feast?
What are we eating?
I don't know if they would eat. We'll see.
Right.
What are they serving there?
I think a Cornish game. Yeah, nothing there seems. But I think what you'd find is that the food here just seems like it smells amazing. Everything about the layout, everything here is just it's like stepping into the fanciest place you've ever been.
I've got roasted pigeon. That's Owen's favorite. Yeah, just
Are
gonna
you choosing a card?
grab a card. Yes.
Give her.
Strange crone.
Oh, that makes sense. Where is it? I don't see it. Did you put it?
An old how to embiggen. An old woman glares at you and then speaks aloud. You've the eyes of a soldier, the hands of a sheep herder, and the mouth of a merchant. Choose a weapon skill, or else choose folklore or orate. Roll on whichever skill you choose.
I think someone got that in the Sunday game.
Yeah, I think so too.
Mm-hmm.
Edric, maybe?
They couldn't pull it. They couldn't use it because they had a host card.
Yeah.
You may. So you get to choose. I mean, obviously for you, folklore or orate might actually be better. I'm not sure. Your weapon skill.
Orate and dagger are equal.
What way would Olwen react? This
orate.
will have consequences.
She's not gonna pull a dagger on an old woman.
You know what though? Just to up the odds. I think she starts to say you have the look of a terrible one. She's
oh no. That's
so
mean.
She's calling you out on your mommy
it's
issues.
True, but yeah.
Does that change your opinion?
Well, it depends on my role. The words I use might be a little different. but I don't think she would immediately stab someone just because they said, "Oh, you look familiar."
Yeah. Okay. So roll your roll.
Yes, that's a success.
You get to tick it. And then you can describe those words. Beatrice, you're on deck, just to let you know.
Oh, do I? Well then. What would you say if you were just spreading strange rumors about people then? Maybe you have the eyes of a blind woman, old and milky and not as good as they used to be. God, I start being mean and automatically Aetha comes out. God damn. I don't think that is very kind at all, that thing that you said about me. To just spread things that you don't understand. Is that how you treat a guest?
She laughs and then continues on. And you know she herself is a guest here. So, it doesn't look a part of a fairy, which is interesting. Okay, it's Beatrice's go.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
How difficult would it be to sorry, I have a cat meowing at me right behind me. To approach the lady in like during this feast.
Our standard rule for that, especially when you're below the salt, you're gonna have to make an intrigue roll to be there. And I'm probably gonna net it a -2. But if you beat that threshold between what you normally would succeed at and the -2, something else good will happen or fun will happen. So
Intrigue, what are we at? Oh, why is my intrigue so low?
you can impassion yourself if you want.
That's true. I might try. I'm gonna say I'm doing this. No, you know what? I'm not doing this technically for the branch. I'm doing this for a whole lot of people. Hey.
More
So I
horse
get
god.
horse
Yay!
god.
Would
Listen,
be
we love horse god.
+3.
So
See
yeah, I
that?
just do +3 versus +5. Success.
Okay. You wait for the opportune time when the gallant and the dwarf aren't looking, and you find your way and you kind of slip past them. And the lady looks over at you a moment, and then she, it's like she recognizes you for the first time. She says, "Oh, Beatrice, when did you get here?"
A while ago. It's been an interesting time getting here.
I'm surprised you found it.
Yeah. That's a long story too, I guess. I need your help. Well, all of Summerland kind of does.
She smiles and says, "As you can see, I am rather
Yeah.
busy here."
Congratulations.
Thank you. If I can read my body as well as I think, I believe I'm carrying 2.
Who? Beatrice has the reaction of somebody who
It's like the worst thing in the world kind of thing. So
yeah, because one, I think Beatrice is yeah, you have a baby. 2, she's like, oh god. So yeah, it's 2.
Welcome.
Congratulations.
thank you.
If you even have information, I guess that would help.
Right. Information on.
It's a long recap. Also, friends help me. My brain is foggy. I'm trying to remember everything at once. I'll fill her in on the general of what's going on and what the money. Sorry. Okay, and what the Muddy Lord is kind of threatening with Cadwy, and we were asking her friends. I don't know who remembers.
You guys can take. I mean, it's been a week, so you feel free to take
Yeah,
a
and
quick
I'm
out
a
of
little
character aside.
foggy.
What are we asking her? Right. Were we asking about closing the veil? Was that our ultimate plan?
No, I think we decided because he's not technically from
Right, that
area
wouldn't even do
it's not
anything.
work
Yeah.
it's not going to do anything. It has something to do with Cadwy.
What was it?
Or was it just related to like if she had any advice on how to handle the situation, or talk to
No,
Melis about it?
It was specifically we had to find her.
Yeah.
Specifically,
yeah.
and I cannot find my notes.
But-
My brain is not working.
I'll help try to
Was it-
rejig your memory. This is in response to conversation you had in Avalon. Well, not in Avalon, but at Glastonbury.
Sorry.
No worries.
I asked them for help. They said they couldn't help.
You did ask her whereabouts.
For whereabouts of
The lady. You went down there
Yeah.
to look for the lady of the land.
Mhm.
Yeah. My problem is I can't remember why I was looking for the land.
I was under the impression, Bob was under the impression you were still looking at trying to close the veil, or at least deal with the
I think it
Mudlands.
was related to the
Yeah.
wild hunt a little bit.
Yeah, I
and
think-
if there's anything we could do, like if she could offer any advice or give us any help related to that, or might have even been like talking to Melis, like her.
Yeah, I don't think it was talking to Melis, but I definitely think it might have been the information.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah. We can talk to Melis way easier than she can, probably.
Also,
Right, right.
I've been trying to get her and Melis to talk for like weeks at this rate, and it's just not happening.
You tracked her all the way down here to be like, "Hi, your son
did
is
you end up
stubborn,
talking to
but
your
if you
son?
come back."
Yeah, exactly. So she'll like word vomit everything that's happened.
I see.
So I don't know what to do. They've talked about closing the veil. But I'm not sure that that's the best course of action because he's different.
I wouldn't worry too much about it, to be honest. You're here now. Why don't you enjoy the feast? When it's all over, we can find some time. Are you here alone?
She's gonna pause, and she'll take kind of a half step back. It's actually kind of urgent. I'd be willing to wait until the feast itself is over. Tonight, until this night is over. But we need to go back.
Oh, very well. Yes.
Do you have anything that could help us?
Well, I would need to know more.
More about what?
The situation, of course.
What about the situation?
The scenario with the Mudlord. The Mudlands.
Yeah, no, she info dumped it.
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah. She's repeating that she needs to know more about it?
Yeah.
I repeat what I have.
She's, you can tell that she is genuinely distracted with this feast. And she says, "Oh, right, yes, dear. Oh, yeah, sorry, 1 second." And then you see her wander over towards the gallant. Give me another recognize roll from here. Let you roll it flat.
Pretty sure my recognize is a 2, so I'm not sure.
You are in passion this round. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the impassion just made it worse. Like, made it, like, hurt more.
Well,
You're a
no,
failure.
actually, that is a crit. You have 1 geniality.
Oh, geniality.
Yes,
Yes.
finally.
Who is it, Bob?
You see the gallant as you look over. And for a second, it's hard to see with the clean-shaven face and all. You see Padarn.
I think... Wait, I have to roll something for my reaction to that.
Right? And it's one of those scenarios where the lady and the gallant walk off together. Not like out of the feast, but just like they're busy with something, you know. He's acting much like you'd expect, like the way Cadrigan and Branwyn and them respond to your, noble ladies moving about, like protecting.
I don't know if it's technically reckless, though. You know what? Screw it.
Oh.
What would the
Oh.
other one be?
Oh.
Oh. You're
Ooh.
rolling me.
It could have been trusting versus suspicious. It should have been trusting versus suspicious. Can I roll 3 things? Because
Sure. I mean, it's for your
I'm an
character.
idiot.
No, it's all good.
Suspicious is that tracks so well. Yeah. She'll keep her distant. You know what? She's going to follow and try and listen in the best she can.
Okay. That'll be a next round action.
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And on to Merwin.
All right. Well, I think Merwin is going to draw a card. I guess. Let's have some fun.
Damn.
Where did my a
Merwin got
lady and
glory.
you? What?
Oh, it was Merwin got glory.
Oh, Merwin got glory. We rolled
Damn.
up her background and we just kept on getting glory. Only
It was...
one card though. I only get to have one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She also
Alright.
started at lady age as well.
Oh, yeah. I just remember rolling Owen's family. Just like,
I got nothing.
oh god.
Alright. You interact with a lady. At the start of each round, you can keep this card or discard it. If you keep it, +1 geniality per round. You cannot draw cards while you keep this one. If you have this card at the end of the feast, you may petition the host for permission to court the lady. I don't think I can, actually.
Yeah.
But that's
Aw.
very...
This can be,
kind
you
of-
know what, out of amusement,
Yeah.
given Merwin's stuff, you can reverse it to a knight or just a noble. Which it could be one of the fairy nobles here, if you wanted.
Oh my god, I get a fairy knight boyfriend. Yes.
Like that's the way the
I
card would work,
decide.
so it's just reversing the flip on it. So there's someone that let's give him a Kimric name. Ignore the rest, but this is just the name.
Okay.
Who?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Who?
Who?
Actually, it could be.
Ooh.
You could in Lambert County. I'm pretty sure that's right in the forest, not far from it.
Hey.
But anyways,
He fears dragons. Me too, buddy.
yeah, ignore that. That one rolls way too common. I just have a messed up like thread. But in those virtues and vices, we won't even make that prominent. But he's yeah. I think he catches your like he notes you kind of standing out, and then he's real curious about Lady Merwin. So he starts to kind of tag along with you and
Yes.
introduce you to people you don't know.
Merwin is having the time of her life right now, Bob.
The best part is you don't even know you're really interacting with fairy, like, because you failed that fairy lore earlier. It's like these people are great.
These people are great. What are all these people doing in the middle of the fairy woods? Who knows?
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah. I mean, you're intelligent enough to go, but it's like when something's good, sometimes it overrides thinking aspect. So you're just like, hey, this is fun.
Yeah, hang on. I'm going to roll to see something if she stops and figures it out, I think. Let's see. Prudent versus reckless. Let's see if she is, well, maybe temperate versus indulgent. Just because that's how swept up she's getting in the nonsense. Oh. She eventually puts together, hang on. This is a fairy party for fairies. And then she's having an even better time. This is great. This place is awesome. Give myself glory for that. Boy howdy.
All right. And you get the 1 geniality for that as we move into the second round of the feast. Back to Olwen.
Back to me.
Unless you guys did you want to do like a reconvene with one another?
I think Beatrice is actively.
Yeah, Beatrice is actively, so is Merwin. So I think
yeah,
it's like Olwen looks around and is like, oh, I guess everyone's having a good time.
Well, cool.
I mean, Beatrice
I'm so glad everyone's having
busy.
a great time, and I'm just getting
in my
insulted by
defense,
some lady.
Beatrice never has fun at these things.
100%.
So
she's doing her skulky thing.
Yes.
The
skulkies.
Doop. Is it? There's a bunch of people here, right? Like it's.
Yes, yeah. It's not just these three. These are the people from the main house, though. That's
right. I think she'll. Owen will just ask around to find out if anybody knows anything about Bethany, or if they know her at all, or anyone by that name.
Okay.
An intrigue.
What's your intention is to know that. Intrigue would be the way to do that in a. You're not asking it outright. You're sleuthing.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do it in a polite way, it would be like more of a courtesy type of role, I would say, in this case.
That's fine.
Your choice, either or. Like
no.
It's not dishonorable either or. It's just more like, do you want to be forthcoming with it, or do you want to be kind of a little more like?
Yeah, she would definitely be forthcoming. I was just thinking about like specific feast roles. But I definitely fine rolling courtesy, because she's very curious and she likes her. So she's asking.
Okay. Roll the roll.
Forthrightly. Success.
All right. So you tick courtesy. By the way, okay. Yeah. I think you guys are ticked out for the. We were supposed to skip last session, anyways, right? So this is a bit of a side quest, but it's probably a meaningful one. You do ask about. Are you staying away from these three as you ask about? Are you looking for elves to ask specifically?
Yeah. Maybe like more specifically them, or like elfy types, but she wouldn't necessarily be shying away from the three, you know.
Mm-hmm. Rarid? Sir Rarid? No, he won't be a sir. He needs to be Rarid.
I don't trust this guy.
He says, oh yes, Fan, we actually dated for some time. I courted her. It didn't work out, unfortunately.
Oh no, I'm so sad for you. She doesn't say it like that. Oh no. Oh,
Yes, it was a sad thing
Really?
indeed. Yes.
Why didn't it work out?
Well, let me test something.
Mm-hmm. Weird numbers.
Yeah. Well, it was challenging. Her father comes from... And he starts to tell you this story. And you realize as you listen to the story, it's like it'd be like someone telling you the story and you're like, he's telling me Romeo and Juliet right now. Like that is like the equivalent. Like it's a romance story you heard as a young maiden growing up nonstop. And he's literally feeding it to you like that's the truth right now.
How tragic. And then she'll just like come up with the ends like, and then in the end when this happened, it was awful, wasn't it?
So you kind of call him on the story.
But in a polite and kind way.
Yeah. He actually laughs. Like he finds that hilarious. So he just laughs and like raises his glass to clink with yours if you'll
Yeah, I'll do it.
Because he's just being playful. He's not trying to be harmful.
Right.
Mischievous, I think would be the correct answer there. He says, no, the only Mifanmi I know is the dreaded witch's daughter. And I don't think...
What?
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Actually, funny you mention it. You look a little bit like Mifanmi. Anyways. So I was saying, and it goes on to like the next.
So she's your type, huh?
And I think because it was a success, what you do get is they are not, Force Sauvage is not part of the Sealy Court. And neither is where he's from.
Ooh.
Or at least, that's the impression you get. And you get the sense that Mifanmi is linked to the Sealy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
And on to Beatrice for round 2.
Hello. I'm eavesdropping on Padarn and the Lady of the Land.
Okay.
Because I'm feeling suspicious.
I will allow you to either choose awareness or suspicious here. And you may tick it. If you're successful in either, then you get to hear what's going on.
Okay. Awareness is already ticked, but it's the higher stat. And I'm still impassioned.
You're not.
I'm not.
It's per round of the feast.
Per round? I only did it for 1 round? Are you kidding?
And you can't reuse Horse God, but you could use another one if you wanted to.
I don't want to keep using these things.
That's fair. You've seen them backfire.
I've seen them backfire spectacularly. Hey, success.
All right, so you notice like Pendragon walks with the lady, and she says, any word from the king yet? He says, no, my lady. He's still absent. Hasn't returned home yet. She says, I see. Very well, then we will entertain the guests for now. How are you doing? You seem sad for some reason. He says, I don't know. Some of the new guests, for some reason, they remind me of bad dreams. She nods. Well, everyone here is a welcome guest. And if you're referring to the recent ones, though a surprise, I trust them. I've interacted with them. Though they work for my ex, so that does complicate things. He looks to her and says, the children, you were saying earlier, you thought it might be twins? She nods. Indeed. And if it is, I think I already have a name for them. Though perhaps I should run it by the king first. The gallant smiles. And with that is what they speak about.
Okay.
You see them wander over to a few of the guests, and they make nice. Nothing weird, nothing out of the ordinary. It's very entertaining a feast kind of way.
Oh, there were some weird things. In
Oh,
some of those
100%. Yeah.
statements.
I just mean they're like what they're setting out.
Oh
to
yeah.
do.
Oh no. Okay.
And you get a geniality.
Yay!
And-
Let me roll something.
While you're doing that, we are going to move on to Merwin
Yep.
at the end of round.
Merwin. Well, while everyone else is like, doing important things and stuff, I've been handed a fairy boyfriend. And I can't pull cards if I want to keep him.
Right.
So I've got some options. Courtesy, dancing, or a button I have never touched before in my life. Flirting.
Hey.
Right?
What if I went wild and crazy? What if I chose... I'm going 5 in it.
What do you say you were choosing, sorry?
What if I chose flirting? I have a 5 in it, but what if I went wild and crazy? Nuts, even.
That's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
man.
I'm gonna roll the button that gives me permission to do things real quick. Oh my gosh! Wow!
Oh, weird.
I'm gonna flirt with my fairy boyfriend.
What a crazy random happenstance.
A random happen. What are the odds? Really? They're pretty good. So I think she's having Hugh, like, now that she's figured out, like, oh right. Fairy manor, fairy ball, fairy guy? She is making him show her around everything. She is asking about, like, the food, and she's so interested in everything he has to say. Truly, it is a little embarrassing.
Alright. Noted.
I'm gonna roll the scary roll.
Ooh.
Not great.
You only had a 6?
Not-
Okay. Even with the bonus. Okay.
Yeah. Not a fumble.
Yeah.
I think she is tripping over her feet a little bit in the like, oh my god. Fairy,
Right.
fairy boy. And also curious about everything. And so she's kind of a little bit distracted by everything that is happening in her brain right now. And she is not flirting very well.
Okay, and I'm gonna change it. I don't think Sir Who is from over there. I think he's from. I think we established he could be from Lambert. So he's from Sauvage. I think is what he's a knight from
Sauvage. Okay.
Sauvage. Yeah.
So from here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not over there.
Alright. Local.
Because it makes better use of the card where you would have to get permission, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that nets you an extra geniality for the roll. Oh no, you failed the roll, but you still get the +1 per round anyways.
Having
So.
a guy.
Okay. We're going to bring, I think, the group of you together now. With a lady, because that's kind of the end of the feast. The feast goes off well. You are welcome to sort of ask that, and obviously you're going to be in front of the host, which is the lady at this time, anyways. But let's move to the three of you.
She's like on his arm, very excited, like, oh, look at that cool guy I found.
Yeah, and I think as it kind of ends, you realize like your group's like, okay, now's time to say goodbye. You gotta hang out with your crew. Yeah.
Oh, I think she's gonna turn to Hugh and say like, is there any way that we can exchange letters? Beyond that, I'll probably be leaving the fairy realm soon.
He laughs. He says, it would require the lady's permission.
To keep sending letters and correspondence? Can you read?
I'm verse in, I believe you call it Latin.
Yes! Oh, I know that too. Yes. So maybe we could, if you'd like to.
It would require the lady's approval.
I'll ask her. Okay, hang on. Is he being like, please, for the love of God, stop?
No, it's more like that is like, from his perspective, that's courting.
Mm-hmm.
It's a method of courting, right?
Perfect. Oh my God. I got a fairy boyfriend. I did it.
So we go to the three of you and the lady.
Before we get up to... Sorry.
Oh, and I think you just realize now the lady's pregnant.
Oh. Shit.
Is this before we get to the lady? Is this the one that we were looking for?
Did you want a hot swap into would this conversation be better served as around me for this? I did just think about that.
You know what? Probably.
Like, leave Merwin.
That's my great aunt.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't have a fairy boyfriend anymore.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just I'll swap you over, but let's continue the conversation. Sorry for the interruption. Did anyone want to start anything off? Like, I think she's agreed to meet with you, but she hasn't quite said anything yet. She's sort of chilling.
I think Aranmi is going to nod and say, "Are you doing well?"
Yes, quite well. As you can see, she says.
It's a wonderful home? I think. Do you live here now?
Yes. Forgive me, I was a bit elusive, one might say. The last time we had a conversation, I didn't exactly bring this place up. I'd rather, had we not really know that I'm married now.
That's wonderful.
Indeed.
Is he?
Am I allowed to tell your son?
She smiles. I would be very cautious if I were you in mentioning that. Melis is not worked through all his issues with his parents, and I would hate to see him, well, sometimes nights revert to madness in such times.
Speaking of knights, you found Pendragon.
Pardon?
No, Padarn. No.
You found Pendragon. Beautiful, Rebecca. That was beautiful. I asked you to
I
look
think-
for someone.
Around me, Nolan, you can do recognize plus 10 now, since it was just literally called out.
Because I'm
Yeah.
just like, that's Pendragon.
Ronwe's like, what? You found Pedard? You found Pedard?
I
Recognize
gave you a letter.
plus 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Oh.
Woof.
She's so pale. I love it.
She's distracted right now.
Yeah,
Darn,
that's
where?
how I treat it.
I gave you a letter to give to him. Did you ever do that?
Well, not entirely.
What's going on?
I found him in the forest. He was completely feral. I found him eating a stag that he had just killed with a spear. He was not cooking the beast, eating it like a wolf might. It took him some time to even begin to speak. We brought him back here, and he doesn't remember who he is yet. But the core of who he used to be is still present. I don't think he's ready to face himself. Once my husband found out that he was a knight, he was offered service. And, well, now we are where we are.
Who is your husband?
Husband.
Oh, the King of Sauvage.
Who? Wait. I don't think there's like no role we can do, right? There's no way we would know.
Out
You
the
have no
river.
idea
Yeah.
because you didn't
Yeah.
know much about. I
Yeah.
think you know what we'll give. No, because we just established that Merwin is elsewhere. No.
Mhm.
The folklore.
Merwin's elsewhere.
What when you put your heads together, what you find out is the King of Sauvage is not named in any tales. He's just the King of Sauvage. As far as you could tell, you imagine he's probably a fairy, though.
Yeah.
Damn,
He's
she
he's just
is
referred
going
to as
from
the
one
king.
fairy king to the other, huh? You go, girl.
Oh, 'cause some people have a type.
Yeah, and she's got
really-
a pretty sensible type, honestly.
Yeah, fairy kings.
Fairy kings can't go wrong.
It's not exactly a low bar, is it?
No.
She's very selective, as she apparently can be, because she's
You
netted
found
two.
two. I'm impressed at this point.
Right?
Yeah. You go, girl.
Get it.
Marilyn, we should choose you.
Oh. So, sorry.
I was just gonna say, well, congratulations, I suppose.
I imagine you've come this way, well, for greater reasons and such. Sauvage is a very difficult place to find. Who? It was Nineveh, wasn't it?
It wasn't Nineveh. I can't tell you who or how.
Fair enough.
You know how they are.
The ladies of the lake?
Everyone like me. We don't really answer questions well. There's war coming. If you have any idea on how to help your son, and Cadway for the sake of your son, and to help our land in general, we would greatly appreciate the advice.
We have, frankly, less than a year to prepare. And I don't think that we don't get any help. I don't know if we can properly survive it. It's gonna be a massacre.
And they're raiding all throughout the county up until then, so our nights are dwindling through the year anyway.
How is this possible exactly? I thought the Mudlands are in the hedge.
The hedge?
Sometimes it's called the mist. Sometimes they call it peering through the veil. It's difficult to explain. The best I can do is this. Our worlds are two apart, but they are connected at key points with one another. The area between them, I think many people from your lands call it the mist, the veil.
The mist isn't a barrier, it's its own place.
Depending on... She's like really struggling to translate it. There are places where there are dimensions to it. The mist being thin or thick determines how easy it is the veil to be crossed into. But once crossed, there are places better fit in between. Like the barrier itself was larger.
It's like that place between dream and waking.
So, if the mist's thinned enough, could things that exist within the mist kind of get spat out because there's no room for them anymore or something?
Yes. A way to think of it would be if the mist thinned enough. And just for hilariousness, she says, "Dwarf," and he kind of comes over, and she says, "Could you smile for me, please?"
Oh boy.
And he smiles. He's a ugly dwarf. Just, you probably haven't seen one of these guys. I don't think you guys have seen dwarves yet, actually.
No, we haven't.
Nope.
Which is shocking.
She pulls his gums back. Like it pulls his lip back so you can see his gums right there. And says,
Well,
imagine it like the tooth meeting his gums here. If when we're older and they were to get long in the teeth, as they say, that might pull back further, exposing a part of the tooth that was once in the gums, now visible. I believe that's what happened with the Mudlands. And of course, it can fluctuate. But if that were to be true, something significant must have happened while I was away.
right, and she looks at
Plenty of
Tristan
significant
Olin.
things.
The
Something.
Goblin Knight said something about something happened, and you two were talking about that thing with Uther.
He got hurt, and some corruption spread out.
What do you mean corruption spread out?
It just looked like inky black tendrils spreading from his wound and making the mist thin.
Okay. Intrigue tests real quick.
All of us.
Yeah.
With our geniality.
Mm-hmm.
How many?
I don't have any geniality. That's sad.
I have.
Oh my god.
You have two.
Well, Merwin has geniality. I don't know how much around.
No, I was telling Emily she had two.
Ah.
I think
I
we've
can't
all
believe we all
succeeded.
did it.
Okay. You can see the panic on her face, right? She is the lady of the land, and she's been away from the land right now. You watch as she starts to panic, and then you see her grunt a bit, and she holds her belly.
Oh no, we've shocked this woman into labor.
Yeah, I think Aranwi's got 3 younger siblings. Like, she's been around pregnant people before, and she's like, oh no. Are they coming? You all right? Do you need something?
to help you?
Yes, help. To my bed.
Yes.
Absolutely. And she just takes all of her weight.
Beatrice, we need rags. We need.
Oh yeah, I was here for my sisters.
Merwin.
Let's go.
Yes.
Rags, hot water. Bring your boyfriend or whatever.
No, don't bring him.
Actually, don't bring him. Leave him behind.
Okay.
Absolutely
I'll
not.
see. Thank you. She runs up. What's happening? Do you need a 15 on surgery?
Possibly, yes.
I'm gonna yell because the dwarf was with us.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of her guards.
Yeah.
It seems.
One of her
She's-
courtiers. Yeah.
She's going to shout. Oh, it hurts. She's gonna shout, "Gallant!" down the hallway or wherever they are.
Yeah,
assuming
he
would
comes
have
running
gone
in
far.
and sees it, and you can see him dash off, and you hear him calling for midwife. Is probably an old term, right?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
But she's in active labor now, so the midwife might not even get here. So why don't
Yes,
we
that's
do
us,
anyone who's
baby.
helping? You may first aid or surgery here.
I don't
We'll do
know
first
how
aid.
bad y'all want me doing any of that.
First aid would just be like, helping her with like the cool towel, or you know what I mean, like trying to keep her comfortable,
Yeah.
and then
Mhm.
surgery
still
would
have her
probably be for the
geniality.
delivery itself.
Merwin impassioned herself with honor because the last roll she made for this stuff failed on Bowie, of all people. Her pride's on the line. And she has succeeded on surgery. She wouldn't have without the honor.
Yes, and Owen has succeeded on first aid.
We don't have our geniality, yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
what I figured. Let's go.
I still would have
Hey, there
succeeded.
you go. You can tick those if you don't have them ticked.
Let's go.
Yes, surgery.
I haven't checked. Boo.
On top of that, you can tick either generous or merciful.
Better check merciful because my cruel score was going up the last couple times.
Checking merciful because I've got a 10-10 and I want to be better. Be a
I'm
better person.
checking merciful because you're generous.
So
Alright.
the delivery goes well. It's very rapid. She gives birth to 2 baby boys, who she promptly names Balin and Balin.
They're the same name.
Not quite.
Okay. Alright, ma'am.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh my god.
Which is actually the origin for where the name Balin comes from in Lord of the Rings.
Very fun.
No.
This Tolkien was a huge Arthuriana nerd, and he wrote his own version, his own translation of Going in the Green Knight.
Oh my god, I just looked that up actually. That's a story for after the stream, but I have a fun Wikipedia story.
So after a couple of hours of her resting and spending time with the babes are asleep, and you are all kind of brought back in to talk to her. She'll thank you for what was done, but after that she says, I didn't want to leave you without what you needed. It is possible to change the hedge, to pull back the veil in one area. But the bigger the crossover site, the more difficult it will be, the more help you will need. You'll need for something like the Mutlands. You'll need a great many magicians in cooperation.
Do they have to be magicians? Can they be other fairy?
Those who have the sight may be able to aid. It won't remove your problem entirely. It'll make it harder for them to march an army, though. Almost impossible.
Every bit helps. Every stand we can take is a stand worth taking.
I don't know what happened with Uther. Once I'm healthy again, I will investigate.
You've got heaps to take care of. Perhaps it might be a task better suited to someone familiar with that side of things. Someone who has something else needing to investigate.
I think so. She kind of moves past that because she doesn't. That's not the priority here, right? Like I think she's kind of like Uther in that it's as a lady of the land, she has something she needs to kind of do or see.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
But just to make sure I was understanding that, was that you saying that, was that Owen volunteering to aid? Is that what it was?
No, that was her saying that might be a good way to reintroduce Padarn into that side of the world.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. She thinks about it. That's actually not bad. I don't think she'll give you an answer, but that might happen.
Sure.
That might be like convincing enough for sure. Because it's not a bad idea. With that, she asked Beatrice, "What is your specialty, your talent?"
With the dead.
That will serve you no good here. I imagine you didn't learn that one as a child. What about when you were younger?
The best one that I know is protection.
Then you know the basics of what you'll need. Though it'll need to be much larger. Much, much larger.
Yeah. The price will be steeper, probably.
I will give you a list, some ingredients that will help, some other factors to consider. This might take all of Summerland.
All right.
But that does beg the question why Cadwy hasn't sent you here. Why do you come on your own accord?
He's afraid.
Then you'll need to convince him too.
Yeah. They want to take him to take his father's place. Because his father's not there anymore.
Calling wild ones after him.
Yes. Shoes Cadwy never wished to fill. There's a strength in that man, as delusional and scattered as he might be. You may need to help him find it. Help him organize his kingdom, or there will be none.
I have him to thank in the first place for even being here and knowing everyone. Of course. I'd be happy to return the favor.
The dwarf steps in at that point, just kind of slightly to the side of the three, and says, "We should let the lady rest now."
Okay. Thank you.
Would it be alright if I checked on her one last time, sir? Or
Please make it quick, he says.
of course. And she will, I think, is our passion still
No.
active?
No.
No. Okay, she'll
You
just
could-
roll a regular
You could
surgery to like
repassion if you wanted.
could repassion. I guess I could.
Oh, you mean Merwin? Okay. I was for a
Merwin,
sec-
yeah. Because she did a passion for the surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll allow it then. It's only been like 2 hours.
Yeah. She's not gonna be tinkering around with anything,
No,
just kinda like
you've already got the check, so it's not like it's a super big deal.
Tighten
You
this
certainly
up.
needed that. Yeah.
Almost
yeah, you
okay.
needed that.
She seems to be healing well.
Okay. And as she's working, she's going to say, "This seems very small in the face of everything that we've been talking about. And it's all right if you're too tired. But
Oh my God.
yeah, she's going for it. Would I
Yeah.
have permission to exchange letters with
Oh
you?
my
I'm
God.
sorry, Reckless 15.
Beatrice gives her a look of pure horror.
She's helping out still,
Ruined.
but yeah,
This is
she,
not-
yeah.
She's just going to go, not the time.
She just starts to laugh a little bit, and she'll just nod.
What?
Right, thank you. And also you are looking very well. I'm
The dwarf's like, "Please
so
leave."
confident in my work.
I
In all of our work.
As we're heading out the door, I want to say something to her. The dwarf is so done with our lives at this point.
Yeah.
He's like, please, for the love of God. She's just gonna say, thank you for finding him and saving him.
She nods a little. I didn't look hard.
If he's happy here, he doesn't need to come back. I get the pain that's there. No need for him to relive it.
All right. And with that, we close the normal round of the session. I do need a few things here real quick.
Oh.
Yeah. I will need you all to level up real quick.
Winter
Level
rolls!
Yeah.
Oh, I get to level up 2 characters. Yeehaw!
Oh yeah, we have to
I
do
think
Oh,
you all
boy.
probably have a few checks.
We have to do 2. Where's that?
I don't think Bowie has anything.
I think Everett has like 1 or 2.
Oh wait, yeah, Bowie has 1.
Everett has 1.
Oh my god, I failed folklore. Yeehaw.
It's
Oh, come
fitting.
on, Everett. Oh, no, he has 3. He has 3.
Curses.
Just those 3?
Welp.
They,
Welp.
you check it and
Oh
Bowie.
my
you go up
god,
and you
Bowie.
check it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Battle.
Alright, I'm upping Merwin's fairy lore because she just took a trip.
Hey, horsemanship.
Your famously horsemanship.
Famously
Famously
horse.
Famously horsemanship.
Oh, what does fumbling
It just
mean
counts
again?
a failure.
Just a failure.
Okay.
So that's every.
Ronwe is more energetic now.
Alright, Beatrice. Merciful. Hey. We're back even on merciful and cruel. Prudent.
Generous one up. Is that Olin?
Ugh.
I've gotten more loyal to my lord. Not to the branches, though. Fuck you guys, I guess.
Oh wait,
Okay,
you critted
awareness,
selfish,
level
but you.
I critted selfish, so it negated that generous, and now
Oh.
selfish is.
Awareness was really gonna fail every time during the session, and then this is the time it succeeds.
It's like a tug of war in Olin's.
First aid's gonna succeed. I'm just not. Okay, sight, please.
Where did I tick all of this?
Come on. So Beatrice
been a
has
long
not
year.
gone up on anything.
Oh,
Damn
felt
it.
sight too. Dirty.
I failed. Beatrice has not gotten a single thing up, I think, except merciful. Merciful is the only
you
thing
kidding
out
me?
of the million things I've checked.
Is it?
I have 2 questions, both regarding criticals.
Yeah.
It's an up and then an automatic tick, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Correct. Yeah.
2. We don't get glory for these ones, right?
Correct. Yeah. Not the year-end ones.
Oh my gosh, Aromi's better at dancing now, guys.
Okay, so Beatrice got 3 whole things that leveled up, guys. 4 things. She done.
She done.
Yeah, no,
God.
y'all had so many check marks, and I was
Damn
like,
it.
Beatrice does not have that many. Like,
Are you
Curses.
Thank God.
The swimming. After
I'm
that.
swimming.
Oh my god!
Hell
Ariel's
yes.
graduated!
Ariel.
Yeah.
Oh.
You'll be knighted.
And me and
Sure.
Ronnie are
At
the
the next
same age.
episode.
Okay. All right. We got the cool stuff up.
Hey, got a glamour, baby.
Yeah, glamour and a sight. And a new stuff.
All right. So after those, you get to pick one thing to go up. Do you remember the rules on how that works?
Wait a minute.
I can drag you over to the winter phase screen.
Mm-hmm.
Don't we get 5 points to spread out wherever we'd like, or raise one thing above 15, 1 point?
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna put it all in boating.
It's fair. Be a pirate.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh. Okay.
Okay, lads, I have a question.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have spear 15, which would help me with the lance when I inevitably get it. But my battle is 8, and I can up that a full 5 points. So it's either battle 13 or spear 16.
I think battle might come in handy
Battle might be
sooner.
coming in handy. Yeah, alright. Battle it is. Thank you for your input.
You are welcome.
All right.
Done with that part? Any questions on that part?
No.
Okay. Make
All
sure.
good.
What are our new ages for the characters?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
24.
Wow.
Owen is 23. Bowie is 20.
Oh, wait, my other character. Give me a second.
Right.
Feel
Marilyn's
like-
19.
Everett is 25. Everett and I are the same age. Woo.
Woo!
And Beatrice is 19.
My gosh! So is Merwin!
Yeah, we're
You're
the same
age.
Because I thought I was gonna be older for like 2 seconds. I was like, Beatrice, because the sensation of being one of, like, not the youngest person
the
in the
youngest.
group, and then you were like,
That's really
she's
sad.
18. I'm like, nope, never mind.
Never mind.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so let me just do this. 1 sec. This won't take too long. I'll try to move through this very quickly. Sorry, but the next episode is a culmination of these things, so I have to get to a certain point here.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I would have probably wrapped up right at that moment. Okay. That's not a bad thing. That's a really bad roll, so that's good. Okay. We get to see our very first... We'll get Beatrice to do the fortune misfortune roll.
Oh no.
Hold on.
Okay.
Exciting.
Hold on 1 sec.
Wait a minute, what the heck?
Give me a d6.
A D6. 6.
Hey, you're at a benefit somehow. That's really good considering how awful things worked out for you, because you're going to be at a major penalty here. So...
Oh.
What? So...
Oh, I saw that the boys got courtesy checked. I don't remember that, but maybe I clicked the wrong thing. I don't know. I'll deal with that later.
Yeah. Family event. Or no, so hold on 1 second. Let's see what this is. Connor, fortune events. Okay, good luck. Give me a Beatrice, give me a roll on the good luck table. D100.
84.
84. The Harvest Festival was a great success this year. So despite the whole land burning down, they didn't torture crops, apparently.
Hell yes.
Hell yes. Barrow crust strong.
Okay. Down to 10 there, and then we go to Iranmi. We get to determine some commoner justice. We have not.
Oh,
done.
I get to. That makes sense. All right, what do I roll?
All right, let me. Well, apparently, I don't have it in this Roll20, so give me a second.
All right. Justice will wait for now.
Because we've never rolled it. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I've never like.
Hey, for some reason I'm 11 on just. I've rolled it at some point apparently.
Okay, so let's see what it is. So the justice event that you're involved in involves an ordinary peddler against an impassioned peddler over the theft of a valuable property. The two colors are heretic and sister.
Oh goodness.
Sounds like a lot.
Oh
Sounds like a lot.
boy, that sounds like a lot. I'm thinking about how we got with the heretic stuff, how we currently have Christian stuff moving into this very pagan
Oh,
community.
that's interesting.
Mhm,
I like
mhm.
that.
Ooh, religious tensions? I don't want to deal with that.
An ordinary peddler and a passion peddler.
Theft of the valuable property. It's the sister. We're dealing with a tryst.
Rister.
Trister.
A tryster.
It could be, because it's valuable property, it could be like the impassioned peddler's sister either lost something or is being accused, or the ordinary peddler's sister could be the one being accused of stealing something from the impassioned peddler, if you wanted.
Alright.
The impassioned peddler is convinced it's her that stole it.
Alright. So I do just versus arbitrary?
Yeah.
Alright, girly. Don't fail me. Okay. Nice.
Nice.
I'm gonna be picking just, because these are probably people that Aranwi has known for a while, or at least some of them.
You actually don't. So a tie on failure equals 0 is kind of how that works out. So you're kind of in the middle.
Right, okay, so these checks work different than normal.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I just do whatever, I guess. What does that
So
mean?
all that means is that like there's no change to the current level, and you also don't get the tick on just, unfortunately.
Okay.
So basically it's just such a mess that you just have to separate the people and tell them to like bugger off. Like you can't solve it. Like
cut it out. I'm not smart.
yeah, it's just messy, and it's probably people making exaggerative pulls at things. So
Everyone shut up.
right. So now we're on to Olwyn. Test concern commoners for me.
Is that a passion?
Yes. So
Shit.
why don't you start?
I
Why don't
need,
you
I need
roll
to. I need to make that.
roll 2d6 plus 6? Wow.
Holy shit!
Oh, wow.
Okay. Now
Not
roll,
bad. Roll
Now roll 2d6 plus 6 again. Okay. So your concern commoners is 18, but your hate landlord is 14.
Okay. Is that, wait.
Oh,
Wait.
these bitches.
Wait. Who's the landlord?
You are right now.
I hate myself.
Nope, that's how your commoners think of you right now.
Oh no. Okay, they hate me. Okay, that's fine.
Lady Gwynedd, this would never. Our turnips would have never burned down if Lady Gwynedd was here. Like, one of those.
So
Yeah.
hell. All right. So
you're rolling those. You're rolling a d20 versus the 18, and a d20 versus the 14. Oh wait. Hold on one second. I think you just test concerned commoners. Is all you do.
yeah, that's what I did.
So success
Succeeded.
reduces misfortune by 5. I don't remember.
Hell of Edric.
I thought there was a way that you actually drop your your hate landlord thing. Oh, that's injustice. So if Aronmi, if you succeeded, you would have reduced hatred of landlord by 1 in that justice thing. Because you got a flat, nothing changed. Okay, and then lastly,
I fucked up and Olwen suffers.
Right?
Sorry.
Now we add in pillage real quick. This is where things get interesting.
What if they didn't pillage us?
What if they didn't pillage us?
Emily, roll 2d6 for me. So and what did you reduce misfortune by? 5?
Yes.
So 13. So you're rolling versus, now we go to your stewardship roll. You're rolling versus a misfortune of 13.
So I roll
Or
my
fate.
distaff.
Fate. Yeah.
Mm.
Oof.
Mm.
Oof. Okay.
Oof,
So
oof, oof.
so that is a failure.
Yeah.
So stewardship failure, misfortunes success. That could be worse. But you guys are forced to live poorly this year.
Makes sense.
Roll 2d6 for me. Just want to give you some starting lead room.
Rebecca does this?
Yeah. Okay.
9?
9 Libram is what the house owns. You can move impoverished or poor up to normal for 4 gold. For 4 Libram if you wanted. Out of the house's 9. So you'd live normally. If you don't, then every child in has a penalty to their survival roll, and that would include a Dane's.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna not even a question.
Okay, so 9 minus 4. So you have 5 Libram. You have 5 Libram left for, which isn't a ton, for Barrel Crest. And with that, we are done with the winter phase. We'll ignore the horses for now, but we'll tack that on later. I think we can wrap it up there.
Ignore the horses, and then Emily cursed him.
I cursed him. I put
He's
a
been
curse on
cursed.
him.
Right?
Hi.
I dropped.
You misspoke about the horses, Bob. I don't know what you were thinking.
That's really unfortunate. I'm glad that happened at the end of the
Ran
night.
and smacked you down.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I cursed you.
We're gonna wrap up there. It's super late, so let's just go
super late.
to quick outros real quick for everybody. Actually, I'm gonna wrap it up quick tonight, because I'm not confident in my connection. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.